Hello and welcome to Cats Meow. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, with the Tomb of Continuation and our adventures in Moyle. As we have made new friends, we have fought many undead. We've begun to figure out the mysteries of this place. And we find ourselves in a new tower with a new mystery to explore.
So do you all remember where we left off? We had just gone into the tower, and there is this broken down, what looks to be like a statue made of rebar and broken stone, uh, and that's where we had left off. And make sure I'm on this map now. Where am I? Yeah, I am. Excellent.
We had figured out what that thing said, didn't we?
Yes, you did. You had translated it, and it says, um, it's indistinguishable garbage, and then it says, "And by which token are you accounted guests in the Tower of Chance?" And the tablet apparently had the first half of the message somewhere, but it's all gone now.
And under which token are you accounted guests in the Tower of Chance?
And so over here was like a fallen version, like a different one, right?
Mm.
Does it say the
That's
same
correct.
thing?
There were two. There was one that was still somewhat standing, and then is the one that's fallen over. So just imagine something like that on its side.
Does the one which has fallen over have more legible writing on it?
It does not.
Nice. Okay. Cool. In that case, well, Casimir's gonna wander over this way, and then his ghost friend to go check out these other rooms.
So let's see. Where are you headed now? Okay. Uh, so you are going into the room here. Is that what you want to do with your
Yeah,
specter?
I'm sending him to go scout.
Okay. Um, so there are a bunch of just broken cages and like laboratory equipment, like glass pieces everywhere. And then there are three levers that appear to control the some slots on the wall that have cage covers on them.
Interesting. Okay. Hey guys, there's an interesting lavish kind of room over here with levers and things. We should go play with those.
I mean, maybe it's just another slot machine.
Shouldn't we be methodical and clear the rooms out in between here and there first?
You're right. I got very
We
excited
don't
about.
get separated.
I got very excited about gambling, Doctor. I'm very sorry.
So one of the issues is that I had us come in on the wrong spot, but you have basically exposed the two things on the bottom here.
All right, because this was the entrance, right?
Yes, this is the true entrance, and then there's some doors here and some doors here, but you have well, it doesn't want to draw that. Why won't it draw that? Nope. Oh, it's drawing. Okay, that's what it's doing. It's not revealing.
There you go.
I,
Oh boy.
I am here we go. Well, folks, now you get to see my lovely artwork. There. So we actually came in here. This is the room we're looking at here, which is up here. And then ignore these lines because they are not needed. Wonder if I can get rid of them.
You just click on them and delete them.
Yes. Yeah. And then do I have to select them with
Use
the arrow or
select tool? Yeah.
no? Just ignore them. Pay no attention to that man behind the mirror. All right. So and now I don't believe we've exposed this area here, but we have seen this area up here, and you're going into this room up here. So the Spectre has come back and said, explain to you what it saw, or how do you talk to it? What is its level of, like, how terrifying is this thing?
So I kind of rolled it the last time because they can't speak, but I was gonna have it just like ask questions, have it like nod or shake his head depending on like what I asked.
Okay,
Like,
yeah.
Are there bodies in there? Is there anything interesting in there? So on. So not too specific, but like enough for it to be able to like kind of give me an idea of what we could be going into.
Enemies, traps.
Yeah,
I definitely
essentially
say
like
yes to none of those.
Like bodies is because enemies are usually dead until we walk in. So I'm like, all right, let's go for bodies instead.
It does not. It sees. It doesn't see any bodies, so it shakes its head no.
Okay. We cleared this one, right?
We can.
We haven't been in any of these rooms yet, other than
The
the
only thing we did was we came in and we saw the statue at the very beginning.
I thought I sent my Spectre in here already. I was like, oh, not too interesting.
Maybe you did. That room actually doesn't really have anything, but feel free to inspect it.
Interstitial.
Yes, but maybe there's something in it. No, there. Okay.
How about this one?
Actually, what is that one? It doesn't have a description, so I'll reveal it. And it appears to have some steps that maybe to the other tower. I'm going to have to look at the maps to figure that out. But basically, it's just another empty room. It has some scraps in the corner that have they look like pieces of poster, like a poster would have been up and against the wall. And it's you might be able to read it. I don't know.
Well, I mean, are they a very famous, popular music group, perhaps?
Yes, it's the Tree Ants. No, it's not that.
Run DM Tree.
Yes, it's Run Tree. I mean, they do live a long time, so.
They truly, never mind. Don't let me have that one.
Let's just clear out all of these rooms anyway, just so we have the map explored.
For
So
sure.
we know that
Okay.
we've been to these places.
I'm gonna kick this door open just because I want to.
And you know what? That's why we love Lombard, because he's a blunt object.
For sure. Sometimes. There's another door here, though. Do we want to...
There is another door there.
Do we want to... What do you think, Doctor?
I think we should look down the hallway
Okay.
at the end.
In that case, Mal, when you leave, maybe close this door behind you. That way, if something does come out that way, it has two doors to open.
You give me 1 second. What? No, I'm gonna save it. I'll close the door. Door sounds nice. I'll close it. I'm on my way.
Go sneaky.
Yeah, I think Casmi, I'll wait for you right here, actually.
So if we could hold on a second, I'm going to need to arrange some assets here. Um,
What are we arranging? What kind of tea party is this? Oh, ho,
uh,
ho.
and I also need to reveal because the specter has moved up a little bit.
You don't need to reveal it for the Spectre. It's all right. I'm just going to tell him to go patrol like the area while we go check out the lab.
Oh,
So,
good,
like,
because I was starting to draw again, so that
close friend, go see if there's anything interesting in this town. And return to me after.
well,
And then,
as soon as it moves a little bit further, um, it returns to you.
oh, enemies?
And it nods its head.
Oh, haha. Well, my friends, we are under attack.
Can you ask it if these enemies look like the lady?
The lady?
Lurx? Our new friend? Maybe the Moylians?
It shakes its head no.
Oh, it understands me. That's fantastic. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Does it understand common? I mean, that's a good question.
I can speak
Before I
Goblin.
dive into it,
Let's see.
They knew all the languages they knew in life.
so this was a what? Where did we get this specter from?
Walmart.
From my ability.
Yeah, but what did you kill, Casimir?
It was
One of the
a
zombies, wasn't
It was
it?
one of the zombies, yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
And
so
they speak Moylian.
they do speak Moylian. Yep. So it
So
doesn't.
Lurx
It
needs to
doesn't
be the one.
understand you.
Lurx needs to be the one communicating with the Spectre, because neither
It-
Casimir nor Lompart can do it.
It doesn't say anything about the languages. It just says it obeys your verbal commands.
That makes sense. Yeah, I mean that's fair.
Right. Okay. So, uh, at any rate, in the time that it has taken for us to figure that out, we are able to see that there are a couple of Moylian folks coming this way. And I put them on the token layer so you guys can see them. You should be able to start to see them now.
Lurx, look away in case this is any of your family.
Mao is trying to send an action, and it is like 1 minute. Let me find it. Hide in plain sight. I just can't quite get it to send. There we go. I think I've got it.
So 1 minute is 10 rounds.
No. Dang.
1 round is 6 seconds.
Well, never mind.
I like how you're going to solid snake your way through this whole thing.
That's
I was
okay,
also gonna be interested to see where you get like the mud and stuff from. You're just gonna like pour some water
Oh, this
on all
is a
that,
dirty place.
on all
This
that
is
dust
a-
and stuff.
Rubble.
Just like really, just
There's
like
rubble.
make some cement
Yeah.
paste and just
Rubble
kind of.
Pretty moldy too, right? You know, this is like a terrarium
Yeah.
that got.
Oh, moldy cement paste.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
give
Yeah.
give yourself
No.
athletes.
Actually, everyone give
all
me a
over your
Constitution saving throw for black mold, unless you're resistant. No,
body.
I'm kidding.
Shit. I'm only resistant to bludgeoning damage. I was told there would be proper ventilation no matter where I went.
You sure you don't want it? You sure?
All right.
Okay.
Nonetheless.
So they've started moving up the hallway a little bit, and I keep rolling very low. There's only 2 this time. Darn it.
We should try and hit them from a distance while we can. Use the hallway to our advantage so they can't use that nasty frost breath crap on us.
That's a fair point. Do I have time to move forward, or?
Yeah, I mean, let's roll initiative because you have just started to see them. So
Okay.
they're shambling along, and then I need to go. I didn't even open up
Make sure you pull up the turn order too.
Sylvian on the other website. Gonna dust off old Sylvian here. Click on his initiative. And then also I need to roll for Lurx. I also
Yeah,
need to. I need to make a character sheet for Lurx.
Oh, that's so annoying. I need to reload my page. Give me a second, everybody on stream. It will fix itself soon.
The one thing that I forgot to add when I was adding all the stuff was Lurx.
Oh, okay, of course. All right. Well, I rolled a 16, but I think they're gonna have to manually add me because it said that it didn't select the token. Well, that's fun. Love having to
Popped up on my screen.
love refreshing this. Oh yeah, it does. It'll pop up. It just won't show up on the turn tracker once it gets pulled up. So it'll have to be manually added. That's a great time for all of us.
So Lurx also got a 16.
Mal does not like this at all.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even open the thing, the turn order thing.
Yeah.
It'll automatically update with all of that stuff once the next person rolls initiative.
Yeah. So if Lurx rolls, then
Lurch is not. I have to do one of these to get to Lurch. Okay, so there it is.
all right. Yeah, and then Lombard needs to be manually added because I had to refresh, so it didn't select my token. Because I am a fool.
And there's old Lombard, and
I think your dex is higher than mine. Oh wait, no, it's also the zombies too. I don't know what their dex is, but my dex is 14, so.
yeah, they got a 16.
Right, my initiative is also 16, but my dex is 14, so if their dex is higher, they need to go first.
It's a good question. Let me look real quick.
I would hope that it's not too high because they're zombies, but you know, you
Yeah,
never know with these things.
they do not have very high dexterity, so you are definitely ahead of them.
Let's thank God for that.
Right. Okay, so
I think we're also missing Sylveon.
no, I should be in there.
You are not.
I must not have.
You also rolled a 16. So if your dex is higher than 14, then you go first, or you go after the doctor.
Play Golem.
There we go. That should do it.
Perfect. All right.
So, Dr. Cox, you are leading us off in the batting order.
I am way too far away to try and get around that corner, so I'm going to ready an action to cast Vicious Mockery on the first enemy that comes into view.
Okay,
I'm done.
excellent. And then the zombies are going to use their movement, which is not very far.
Shouldn't Lombard go before them?
Yes.
Oh, yes, Lombard should go before them, but go ahead. I'm sorry, yes.
You
It's
can
okay.
drag him up on the initiative tracker.
Yep. All right. Lombard's gonna move He's gonna just move like right. He's got plenty of movement speed. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna move like right up here. He's gonna
Okay.
he's gonna target this one, the one that's at the top of those two.
Yes.
And he's gonna throw a firebolt at it. So 25 hit it.
Yes, it does.
Okay, fantastic. I'm sure it was close. 22 fire damage. No Genie's Wrath because I'm not raging. I couldn't cast
22 fire damage.
And then yeah, and I'm just gonna stand
Excellent.
here, and that's gonna be it for me.
Okay, so it is. You feel like it got a good solid thwack in on that. It's recovering slowly, but it is moving forward and clearly has been injured. But it doesn't care because it's undead. So
I'll just have to throw a little harder next time.
yes. So it is the zombies' turn, and they pull themselves together, and they move forward in a shambling mound towards you. And
Oh, be gone. They become a shambling mound. Perfect.
1, 2, 3. That's about where they could get to.
Fantastic.
And they're going, "Rrr," typical zombie talk.
Okay. Okay.
And then Sylveon
If you want to hit
is
the
going to
next
move up.
button, just at least for.
Oh, right.
viewers'
Yes.
and
Yep.
stuff.
Yep. So zombie has gone. Sylveon is coming up, and he says, "I will be right there." And he moves his maximum amount to get to where he can see, which I'm guessing would be right about here, and then is going to use his Shadow Bolt to take out the zombie that you had already injured, or he's going to aim at that one, and he's going to Eldritch Blast that with that. A 14 actually does hit. These are not well-armored creatures. And hang on, why is my scroll thing going? So I do 16 damage, which it takes well. And then I am a little upset because it took the damage and I didn't kill it immediately. And I flex a little bit and I throw the old Eldritch Blast again. And this time it does 11. And that one falls down and goes even more dead. And then this one is still up. So I have 2 more Shadow Bolts. I will target that one. A 19 does hit. That is 16 damage. And then my last Shadow Bolt, that's 4. This is the 4th one, right?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah. Well,
Okay, well,
that's a crit. So it's going to do 17 total damage.
Fantastic.
But not bad for a single
Not bad for a single turn.
Eldritch Blast.
It's almost so good that
when
it's
I
worth
go-
a group hydrate. Thank you, Mary Mellon. Everybody take a swiggity ding dong do.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you, Mary
And-
Mellon, for the group hydrate. We appreciate you.
It is looking worse for the wear, but it is still alive. Casimir, if you could take care of this last one for us, I think that would be great.
Damn. All right. I'll just
South a little bit.
just move down over to here, and I'll just, having seen your attack being so effective, just start pointing my arm at it too. All right, then let me try.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just curious to see how much that did. Do you want to click your damage? I didn't mean to click on that. So 6 plus 9, that's 15. plus 10 is 25, plus 7 is 32, right? So
32.
yeah, you do more than double the amount of damage needed to kill this thing, and so it literally like comes apart under the pummeling force of your Eldritch Blast.
That was easy enough.
And I go, that was well struck. Look at those were beautiful.
Indeed. You and I, it's almost too easy, right? From far
Warlock
away.
high five. And a circle of shadow like forms when we do it.
Lombard, you're also, like us. You want to get in on this?
Come on.
What am I doing?
Warlock high five.
Warlock high five.
I don't. Yes.
Just use Mage Hand to do that.
Yes.
Or Minor Illusion.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh.
A giant hand.
I don't have that one. I got Silent Image. I don't
All
think
right.
that works though. that's kind of a different thing.
And they're, you have taken care of the threat.
Fantastic.
Both of these zombies are no longer with us.
Cool.
Okay. So, Lombard, would you like to do the honors?
Mal, do you want to kick this door in? I kicked the last one in.
Me?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
You are also strong. I can't have all the fun around here.
1 second. I'm just gonna kick it with my foot.
Huh.
Okay.
Yeah, that door is very well kicked. It is
Is it beaten?
not.
Is it bruised?
It is effectively, you have taken it off of its hinges, and it falls down with a satisfying thump into the room, and it's a cloud of dust as it does so. And you hear it crunch as it falls into glass, it sounds like. Bottles or something small, not like window glass, but like crunchy. And then the dust is settling in the room. And so what you see in this room is, also, do you go in the room?
So, right
You're breaking up a little bit.
now. Oh boy.
Meat
just-
more.
In
I will go in the room.
Thanks, Kathy.
Okay. And so inside the room you see, and I will attempt to draw some things.
I was saying I was in the doorway, because I just knocked it down. So I'm just kind of standing in the doorway.
Oh, all right. So you're able to see into the room, and you see that there are, what appear to be some broken tables in the room in various places. There is glassware everywhere, and then against the wall over here, there are what appear to be 3 cage openings, in panels on the wall here, and so I'm attempting to draw the openings.
I want to peer into the one all the way on the end. Front now.
Sure. So when you look into the one, this one here, hang on, I got to click on the thing that make the circle. You mean this one here?
Yep, that one.
Yeah.
There.
Okay. And the cage is surprisingly clean compared to the rest of the room. It is not like any cage you've ever seen. It's designed to be, you think, opened on the front, but there's nothing in there like food or water or anything. And there is a strange design sort of on the floor and the ceiling of the cage itself.
Ghost friend, get into the cage.
Oh boy, should I get in the cage? It seems kind of tempting.
So the ghost goes into the cage and looks around and has kind of a dejected look on its face because it didn't find anything, and but it's in the cage.
Okay, ghost friend, next cage.
Yeah, it doesn't find anything in there either. It's very similar. This one, however, is much more broken. Like the designs that would be on the floor and ceiling are almost illegible, and some of the bars of the cage are rusted. And the last one is almost completely destroyed. There's you can tell that it's a cage, but it's not because of context clues of the other two cages. But really, it's just kind of a ragged opening in the wall. So the one that that Mao looked in appears to be intact.
Okay. So they're like kind of carvings and things on it, right? Is anything like language based?
It's not something you've seen before. It's not a language. It appears to be some sort of symbology, almost as though if you were to, it reminds you of some magical texts you've seen, but it's far different from anything that you're familiar with.
Okay, and so my eyes of the runekeeper don't translate it to anything.
It doesn't translate into anything that you can see. It appears to be almost a circuit board, if you will, but with runic, um, uh, sort of alien design that you've never seen it before. But you get the feeling that it's mystic, like like if you look at uh, a death metal band album cover, you know what you're going to get, and you know that what's inside, and so you get the feeling that this is sort of in the vein of this is magical. It's giving you that feeling.
It's a Sheikah slate.
Because this one's clean, I'm going to kind of piece together that this is a cell that when you have a prisoner in there, you don't really have to worry about them, like take care of them. It like keeps the cell clean. Maybe it keeps them in some kind of stasis so you don't have to feed and do other things, but yeah, that would be what I'm thinking looking at this.
Or
If
maybe this is to keep something special in it.
Possibly
a
as well.
preservation cage rather than a jail.
Or maybe a
Well, it's
jail to keep
clean.
something special, something powerful that normally can't be contained.
Oh. If only
Well,
if only my third cousin .com-bot was here. He's really good with his computer stuff.
I really should have taken Identify.
I mean, a cursed specter managed to go in and out of it. It didn't seem to do anything special. So, you said something about levers before, right?
Yes, you notice that there are 3 levers on the side of the cage area right here, down in this area, and you also notice. Well, I don't know. I mean, you see 3 levers? Yes.
All right, very cool. I'm going to do a thing, guys, and I'm going to start
Wait,
pulling
wait, wait.
levers.
I'm going to
Wait.
I'm going to ready in action to swing if something bad happens.
I come in. Hello, guys. Are we about to do something foolish?
Indeed.
We don't know yet, but
Maybe. I want to poke my head in and see if my passive 25 investigation turns up anything about the
Sure. Yeah. So you poke your head in, and you notice that the stuff on the ground it looks like it's very advanced sort of glassware. You've seen it perhaps in distilleries, but it's far beyond that. To the extent that you've seen alchemy being done, you feel like there's a lot of stuff going on in here. But you also get the sense that there's quite a lot of like stuff in the debris that isn't just glass, and so it might bear some investigation.
I think we should search through the glassware before we pull the levers.
That is noted.
And
I'm gonna search through the glassware.
okay, give me an investigation check.
How about a 30?
I don't
Yeah,
know. Not
okay.
good enough.
So as you're going through, you find 3 cards that have, again, it doesn't. You feel like it could be writing, but it isn't, because you'd be able to read it if it was writing. But it does have some kind of meaning. So it's like a sigil or a glyph or something. But it's alien to any that you've ever seen before. And they're about, there's something that you could easily hold in your hand. And they're made of some sort of smooth material, bone, maybe you would guess. But it's not something that you're familiar with. It has a dull sheen to it.
Okay. I'm gonna pick the cards up, I guess.
Yeah. So now you have 3 cards with sigils.
I'm gonna go and look at the levers and see if there are similar sigils on them.
There are. And so you see that there are corresponding sigils under each of the levers to the 1 per card.
Okay. At this point, I'm gonna hand all 3 of the cards to Casimir, and I'm gonna step outside.
Perhaps this is meant to be done simultaneously. Lombard, Mao, I'll give you each one of these cards so we can pull these together. Share in the fun.
You know what? I'm feeling froggy. I'll do it.
You know what? I'm with you. I'm in for a little adventure today. Let's go ahead.
Aha, teamwork. All right, on 3. 3, 2, 1.
And so
Lombard pulled his lever on 3, so
Yeah.
he pulled it 2 seconds before.
no. So you notice that the chamber that the cage in front of you glows briefly. The one a little bit further away glows briefly, and then you hear a hissing and a sparking noise, and then it turns off to the extent that you can hear it, and then you don't hear anything from the third one at the top, up here. It's completely silent. You think that whatever was in there is completely gone, so it doesn't appear to be connected.
Huh.
So it looks like they were turned off now?
Yeah, so the lever is spring loaded. When you pull it down, it springs back up.
Okay.
Interesting.
So did we kind of get a feel for which lever was for this room?
Yeah, there is a lever corresponding to the room that has one of the sigils on it, and then that placard made of the unknown smooth material, is it matches that.
Okay, I'm gonna pull the one for this room, but just keep holding it down.
Okay. It turns on for a little bit. You can kind of hear it whirring a little bit, and then it turns off. The card feels a little warmer, but other than that, it is, nothing happens.
Okay, ghost friend, get into the cage.
Tell
I'm
him
gonna
to
pull
see
it
if it's
again.
got a dumb power supply unit.
So your ghost friend is now in the cage, and he looks at you expectantly.
I pull the lever again, turning this thing on.
And he disappears down a shaft into a crocodile-filled pool, like in The Emperor's New Groove. No, it is nothing happens. It lights up a little bit. The card is warm in your hand. You feel it warm up a little bit, and then when the lever goes up, the specter is fine. The card is fine. The cage is empty except for the horrific apparition from beyond.
Maybe put the card in the
See.
room.
Alright, come back. No need to stay in the cage. We can always come back to this, unless someone else has an idea.
Put the
Oh,
card in the room.
Yeah, throw the card in the room, and then pull.
Throw the
lever.
card in the room.
Yeah. Or maybe
Sure.
have
In the
maybe-
cage. Put the
maybe
card in the cage.
Maybe have the accursed specter hold the card in the cage.
Okay.
And then pull the lever. Because, I mean, hold on. How expendable is this man? Can you bring another one in?
I can potentially bring another one in.
Okay.
Here you go.
It's not a
I'll
loss if
get
he
the-
dies, is it?
Nah, not really.
Perfect.
It's
Okay. Now
been
that
dead
it's-
so many times already.
Good. It's used to it. It has work experience, is what we'll call it.
Exactly. What have you been doing for your resume? Shows a gap. Well, I was dead for that whole time.
Was, practicing
So
my
the
skills.
specter is holding the card and is in this cage, and
And I'm gonna
so
pull that lever.
you close the gate on the cage, and then you pull the lever. Okay, so what happens is the card starts to unfold. It actually begins to lengthen. I don't know how specters react to things like that, but it's starting to inflate like an instant popcorn.
Oh.
But it's getting quite big, much bigger than an instant popcorn. And then it is now, I would say, probably about 4 feet long. It's about 3 feet high, and getting a little bit taller. And it's kind of shaking a little bit. And so the specter is essentially in a room with an expanding bag. But you can't tell what the bag is made of. But it's this rectangular bag is getting bigger.
Ah. Jiffy Pop.
Okay. Spectre friend, new thing. Move to the corners and fly up to the ceiling. If it starts to get too big, you can leave the room.
Well, I should point out that this cage is more along the lines of a, like 5 feet by 5 feet by 7 feet. It's not a giant cage. So, but he
Okay.
can certainly go to the corner of it, and then, he can inspect. But at the moment, all he sees is that the time that it's taking to run is taking longer than it did before when you had nothing in there, and the card is inflating into, or you think it. I mean, you don't know what this thing is, but it is getting bigger and it's fluffing up.
Okay. I'll tell the specter to look inside and see what's inside the card, and then leave the cage.
Look inside the card.
Yeah, because it can go through objects, so it's just like, okay,
Oh,
just
sure.
stick your head, and then leave.
Okay, so it does that. You see the bag kind of jerks around a little bit, and then the specter pulls its head out and comes out to you and looks at you expectantly.
Is the card still growing?
It's slowing down, and the energy that is going into it seems to be tapering off.
Okay. Does it mostly fill this cage then?
I wouldn't say mostly, but it's a good size. It's probably, like I said, 4 or 5 feet long by 3 feet wide by maybe at this point 4 feet tall. It's hard to tell because it's kind of moving around like there's something inside it. Almost
Okay.
like there's something trying to get out now.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's problematic.
I suppose I'll just wait for a little bit to see if this thing either escapes or doesn't.
Okay. I mean, it is in a cage, so yeah. So you guys are looking into it, and you see that there's a tear that starts at one of the corners, and it starts to shake back and forth and back and forth, and it's violently moving around. And then it kind of like rolls around one way, and then it rolls around the opposite way, and then it stops, and then it goes to the corner where it started to tear again, and it shakes it around, and you see a snout with pointy teeth starting to come out of what appears to be a large paper bag.
Okay. It wasn't popcorn, guys. It wasn't popcorn.
But it is still food.
Damn it.
What do we do?
I mean,
Well,
if you
don't let
guys
it
are not
suffocate.
against-
Do we want to let this thing out?
It's in a cage. Where's it gonna go?
I guess that's true.
Yeah, Lombard, why don't you just stick your hand in there and try to pull on this bag?
You know what? As awesome as that sounds, I might try to do something else instead. Just
Casimir, aren't you the one with the bladed object?
I mean, I am also the one with the bladed object. It was just going to be funny. All right, fine. I will cut the thing loose, and I'll try make just a very delicate cut to the side of this this bag.
Okay. So you do so, and it is you make a slit, and you see that the bag itself sort of retracts away when it knows that there's somebody trying, near it, and then when you cut the slit, it holds very still for a while, and then you see it kind of like the bag sort of moves a little bit, and it moves a little closer, and you see a nose stick out into the slit, and you get a sense that this is some kind of canine, but it's a very large canine.
He's dog.
Yes, looks like we could have a new friend here. Here, boy, come out of the bag.
And so the bag erupts, and you see it comes out of this bag, and it is an extremely large dog. It is a mastiff, in fact. And since you had cut it free, it goes to the other corner of the cage, and it looks at you warily. But it doesn't appear to be acting in an aggressive manner. Is anyone good with animal handling, like, say, a ranger or something?
I don't believe so. Huh?
What?
Did that send?
Oh, yeah.
There
So,
There we
yeah,
go.
24 is definitely going to do it. So this giant mastiff comes to you, and very warily sniffs at your hand, and you also notice in the bag is a pamphlet that it looks like some sort of reading material that's in the bag with it.
Interesting. Okay. Well, can I grab the bag? I don't want to have my hand taken off, but
Oh, with that animal handling score, it's curious about you, but it is not in any way dangerous.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm gonna reach for the bag. I'm just, we're gonna aim for it.
Sure. I guess give me a sleight of hand check that will be a very low DC.
Let me find that real quick. To the god.
Yeah. Oh, easy. So,
Okay.
it's standing on the bag, and it sees that you're about to grab the bag, and it actually backs off, and you pull the bag towards you. It's quite large, this bag, but it's very light. It's sort of almost brittle at this point. It feels like it's starting to break down very fast, like onion skin paper. And as you pull it out, the pamphlet is in the rapidly disintegrating bag.
Oh boy. Okay, is it legible to me right away, or is it something
It's
like,
in pretty good shape, but it is not legible to you because it is in Moylian. So
okay.
Lurx or Casimir could read it to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hand it to my buddy Lurx, and I'm gonna ask him to translate it into Orcish for me.
Sure. So Lurx takes a look at it and goes, "Oh wow, okay. This is the uh, Better Companions Through Magical Science store. I have never been able to come in here, but yeah. So apparently that is a so that was in stasis, I guess. What is that? She's never seen it before.
Hold on a
Oh,
second. Are
interesting.
you telling me this is the Chuck E. Cheese prize counter for the gambling tower? Are you telling
This
me
is
we exchange tickets for these tablets and then we put them in these microwaves and it turns them from like the little dinosaur things that you put in the bathtub and
The actual dinosaurs.
the actual.
that's not that's not a terrible characterization of it, but let's just go with you don't know because Lurks doesn't either. This is all new, but apparently she's familiar with this kind of establishment selling um, companions, as she calls them,
I
but she's
see.
never seen one like that.
Interesting.
Would she see
And
one like
so,
it if she was in the same room?
say again.
Would she see one
Oh,
like it if she was in the
oh,
same
I'm
room?
sorry. Yes, Lurks comes in and has done all of this. So much to manage, and has said, "Yeah, I mean, as far as I can tell, you have reconstituted a magic companion that was in magical stasis."
Hey Mal, ask Lurks what the
Yeah.
Moylian word for pet is.
Hey, Lurx, what's the Moylian word for pet? Can you please teach Lombard?
Um, uh, Glizzard,
I'm gonna point at the creature and I'm gonna say King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
and Lurks looks at you and has a very troubled expression, but she smiles.
I'm gonna start beatboxing.
And Mao just laughs and soaks it in.
And so, yeah, you've got a dog in a cage right now.
Sweet.
It's a, it is
Um,
a big dog. It is probably the biggest dog you've ever seen.
you know, this reminds me of a wolf companion I had last. I'm gonna try to bond with the beast. I'm
Sure,
gonna
yeah. I
walk up.
mean, it's already predisposed to following you around with that animal handling score. So,
Yeah,
um, if we get a chance to, sit down for 8 hours, you
yeah.
can you
Mao
can
wants me to try to bond with it.
you can work out an arrangement where you come to a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Oh.
But it's a very healthy specimen. Like this is a very 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 good looking dog. So I will need to give you a an icon for it, which is going to be a mastiff. It's is the type of animal, the beast that you um, have following you right now that hopefully you'll bond with. But right now, it's not bonded to you, but it is willing to follow you around.
Perfect. Let's see. Where shall we go next, guys? Are we gonna move along?
Well, we do have 2 more cards. Perhaps we can make something to eat.
The other ones are broken, aren't they?
I mean, I know that the cards and the leathers are matched, but maybe we can see what happens if we put it in this one.
I bet it won't work.
I say we try with one, but I'm gonna prepare. I'm gonna prepare the. Are the bars like far enough apart to where like the golden stein could fit between them?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, I'm gonna prepare an action. If something bad decides to come out of this Jiffy Pop box, bag, whatever they call that actual thing, the tinfoil. If a bad thing comes out of it, I'm gonna swing.
I mean, certainly that's a good plan.
So Casimir, go for it. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna put one of the other cards in this one and just try to pull a lever, see if it turns it on.
So put it into this middle one.
No, I'm gonna try to put it in this this bottom one first. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you put it in the bottom one, and nothing happens. It glows,
Okay.
and then you notice that the card starts to blacken,
Oh,
and then
Get
it catches on fire.
it's hot! It's hot!
Oh.
Hot! Hot! Hot!
Stop, drop, and roll. Step on it. Step on it.
And it smells like tuna fish, and now you're the guy at work that's that guy.
Oh,
Oh.
God, that guy.
Ryan started the fire.
We do still have one more card.
That
mean,
one's ultra broken, though, right?
Yep, that one is ultra broken.
The middle one, that was. How broken was the middle one?
That one sputtered and sparked.
It sputtered, it sparked, and then turned off.
Maybe it'll work anyway.
I think that's the one we just fried, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it caught fire. It might still be good. Maybe it just burnt the outer layers.
Yeah, maybe it's. Yeah, we've seen it. Let's put the. let's just
I mean,
take
it
a
did
knife.
smell like tuna.
Take a knife and scrape the burnt pieces off the top, and it's fine. It's good.
It might be.
It's
If it's
an
fish,
ethical
we want it to
meal.
be toasted on the outside anyway.
That is true. I do like my salmon seared.
that's
Sure,
chow.
yeah.
Now with flavor.
So you take the one that matches the middle one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, middle one,
Yeah.
putting in the middle and seeing how that goes.
Sure. So when you do that, you pull the middle lever down. The middle thing starts to rumble and spark. It now has a card in it, and you start to see a giant constrictor snake starting to form in the chamber.
I twerked. for one of these.
It has already torn out of its bag. It's so angry and vicious. And then there's clearly something wrong with it. Like
Oh.
you notice that it is, like connects to itself in different places, and then eventually it explodes, and there's a bunch of gore inside the chamber.
And that's why I waited outside.
This one was not so ready to eat, but it is self-deboning. All right, everyone, get a handful.
You know, I think I'm gonna pass on this one. Actually,
Oh,
no, thank you.
you have to
Snacks.
scoop that up and try to make a stew or something.
We've got a wand of chili fish. I'll just survive off of that for however
The
long it
mastiff
takes.
is going over though, and is eagerly getting into the gore, and is like,
Good boy.
and it looks back at you, and it wags its stumpy little tail, but it's like dripping gore.
Fantastic. That would be very good on ye old Instagram or whatever.
Like you see, it looks like it's trying to be friendly, but it's horrible.
I see the death in your eyes. You're a very good boy.
Exactly. I know where you sleep, he says, while wagging his tail.
Oh, you sure do, buddy. All right.
All right.
Fantastic. Well, was there anything else of note in any other corners of this room? Anything on these tables? I do have a passive
no.
17 perception in case there is anything there.
Nothing that you can make any sense of.
Okay.
Is there any way that I could try and fix this machinery?
Absolutely, you can try and fix the machinery.
I got a pretty high arcana.
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
I want to try and fix the uppermost chamber, the one that's broken.
All right. Well, that's going to be difficult, but because it looks like there are large pieces that are missing, but you can definitely give it a shot.
I can try and cannibalize some pieces from the neighboring ones or something.
Sure, yeah, that's a good plan. I like it. Yeah, I mean, let's say that you think that you have it working.
Hold on. Oh, come on. How to 25?
25. You are missing pieces.
Damn.
Do you need some help, Doctor?
I don't think there's any way to fix this.
I mean, we have a whole working, functional machine here.
Yeah, but I tried to cannibalize pieces from it already.
Ah. So you broke one machine and did not fix the other. Ah,
I didn't break
nice
anything.
Everything
well,
was
I don't
already
suppose this one
broken.
still works.
All
Ah,
right.
never mind.
Well,
Let us
screw it.
go. Spectre, go check out that other room. Tell me if there are any bodies in there.
I bet anything that chamber puts animals into those cards.
Well, it seems to also take them out of it.
No, that's the cage with the levers. The other thing, that unmarked little prison coffin thingy.
Mm.
Ah. That
How
could
did
be
the
the case,
mastiff
yes.
get here, though?
Somebody put it in that box.
Yeah, but Lurx doesn't know what a mastiff is. Who would have put it there?
I bet Lurch does know what a mastiff is.
They probably just don't. You know, this is a society that worshipped Orcus as their god. They're not big into. They're not dog people.
Okay, but mastiffs would have existed on Moyle in some way, shape, or form in that case. Is that what
Otherwise,
we're
they
gonna say?
probably wouldn't have been in there.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
well-
Is how would it have gotten in there if they didn't exist on Moyle? Like, who actually put it there?
Right. I don't know. All
Interesting.
I know is that Lurx is unfamiliar with dogs.
We'll just say that Lurx as an individual
Huh.
is unfamiliar. Or we'll say that maybe Asarak did
as-
it for some weird fucking reason.
Or, as is pointed out by Dr. Cox, perhaps she's just saying that. I mean, she's
She could be
a
lying.
free agent. You don't
Yeah,
you
she
don't know
doesn't-
what she's doing.
She
You
doesn't
don't
fully trust
know
us yet,
me.
that's right.
Okay, Golden Fold.
You don't know me. Fantastic. Okay. Well, is there anything on this wall that we should see? There's a little bit of a.
Yeah, the wall's all black.
Yeah, got a little bit of.
Oh, sorry.
fucking-
Let me make it a little bit more visible. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot. I'm doing the thing where I did before, which is not marking the wall properly, so that you can see that it's a wall. And I can do that down here as well. There you go. There's a window. It looks out over devastation.
Ah, through the window, to the wall.
And the wall.
Yes.
Okay.
Is anybody sweaty? I'm a little sweaty.
I'd rather not admit. Ski.
Skee ball
Yeah,
is great.
I bet
Did
they
you
have it
see
somewhere in
any-
this tower. Go on, Casmi. I'm sorry.
Did you see any ghosts? Did you see any bodies in there, Spectre?
He's calculating.
He's not sure.
The
Okay, go
Spectre
back.
did not see any bodies in there.
Calculating.
Anything interesting in there?
The Spectre shrugs. It doesn't know what you think is interesting.
Any obvious enemies?
It shakes its head
okay.
no.
No obvious enemies. You noticed last time in the room before that was an interesting place. But how about this one? No tables, no other objects, nothing big.
Well, I mean, if there's no enemies, Mal, why don't you just go ahead and kick the door in?
It shakes its head no.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you go do that, and we will continue to scout.
Yeah, go ahead and open it up, Mal. Mal?
Oh, there we
Sylveon,
go. My bad. Mal just is moving along, you know.
All right, well, I
Why-
guess Lombard will kick the door in then. Goodness
Lombard-
gracious.
Just leave it alone for now. You know, we've got a journey to go on.
I only asked Mal to do it like 8 times, but it's fine. The gold
Mal's
gold
gonna
stay
let
away.
you do it yourself. You've got to learn to be independent, love.
All right, I
She's-
guess.
No. We all got to work together.
Baga.
Well, yeah, we can all work together, but you know, not everyone's gonna be around to knock down the door every time.
You were standing in front of the door when I were asking
If we
you to
split up, the darkness will eat us. Remember?
That is true. We shouldn't split up.
But I have light. I've got lots of light.
That doesn't matter. Do you remember the warnings that Sindra
split-
Sylvain gave us? Don't split the party.
Even with
Ah.
the light.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I say that, and I've got to grab Lurch down here to. Lurch runs to catch up. She realizes that no one is standing near her, and she gets terrified.
Okay, we do have another door in this one too, actually.
That's a big room.
Yeah, this is a big room, and it does have a door. Perhaps we come. Do we go and come back to this one? We can come back to this one. I don't know if I could close it though. I did kick the door in, so we'll just leave this one open.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
as
perfect.
far as you can tell, there's
Is there-
nothing in there that's gonna come out. You do see a door up here though.
Fantastic. Okay. I guess we should catch up to Casby.
I'm gonna send
Yeah, totally should have been in there.
friend a little ahead, see if he can see any more enemies. Don't do like the full cycle. You know, go around the whole thing while we walk.
Oh, baby Greenwich
Sure, okay.
told us that we have to stretch and hydrate. How dare you
Okay.
ask us to be healthy? I'm drinking soda. But make sure you dwinky.
Oh,
and
losing my headphones.
Stretchy.
I have to go get a hydration. Excuse me.
Ooh, both of my elbows just popped. Good
That might be-
Lord.
One of the more awkward ways of saying that. I have to go get a hydration.
I have arthritis all over my body. Fantastic. Thank you, baby Greenwich. Appreciate you, Ashley. Okay. So, is this wall open?
Yes, it is.
Hey, Gatsby, what's over there?
You know, you would be disappointed. It is not a lot.
Brooms?
Oh, so actually, this room that is open, I need to reveal to you because it has a description.
Oh. Brooms.
Aha, I tricked you. It's actually interesting.
Aha! Janitorial
Yes.
closet. I knew it had to be around here somewhere.
Exactly. That's what
Rooms
this is.
Rooms can't exist without
So-
logistical means.
That's where all the good stuff is.
Immediately in front of the western door is a wait, is that the right one? Garment room? Hang on, just a sec.
Looks like there's something.
I don't want to read the wrong one because this one's actually pretty cool, if I recall. Let me make sure. Where's my map? No. 313 is what I need to read to you. Haha. Well, the other one's pretty cool. This large, irregularly shaped chamber appears about the tower's central support column. Ice lies thick on the floor, save for the scattered bare patches outlining. Oh, I'm sorry. So they put the number for it right here in this area, but it is for this room. So I am now describing to you what is in this room here. Apologies.
What's in the big room was a thing.
So the big room, it says, This large, irregularly shaped chamber appears about the tower's central support column. Ice lies. Wait, I'm actually reading the wrong one still. Look at that. Is this the right? Let me just double check. Because, yep. Okay, this is the right one. So you look in this room, and it is lined with 1 foot thick plates of steel.
Oh. Oh.
And the single door here appears as a round valve of steel.
Oh.
And then there is a symbol above the door, which Lurch, when she sees it, she immediately says, "Be careful, that door is trapped."
Oh. Hey, Casby, I think that door's trapped.
Oh, really? Well, the other one did not seem to be. Now I want to investigate. Can I find where the trap is?
It appears that there isn't anything that looks like a trap, but she is telling you that that symbol, through talking through Mao, she tells Mao in Orcish, "Big death."
Big death.
That's what that means, and so she tries to explain that, and then so I would assume Mao would translate that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, big death.
Big
Okay.
death.
I
Big
don't
death.
like death of any size. I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's like Big Mood, but Big Death.
Big death.
And she seems to be indicating it's the symbol itself which is problematic, not necessarily that there's a trap.
Maybe like a.
But that the symbol is the trap. There is not like a mechanism that drops a safe on top of you or something.
Oh, okay. Would I maybe be able to? Would I be able to use like my magic awareness to figure out what school of magic this trap comes from?
Yes, it is a death symbol.
Is it from the school
So
of death?
necromancy.
Okay, that makes sense. Big death. I should have been able to figure that out without my magic powers. It's fine. I've got more slots left. It's fine. Okay. I don't know.
I think if you try and go through that door, that thing is going to go off and try to kill you. Maybe don't go. Excuse me. Maybe don't go through that door.
I mean, we could try it from the other side and see if there's no big death that way.
Why? There's nothing even in that room.
Oh no,
There
this room
is
has,
only-
this room has something in it, but yeah.
Kind of.
We were
It
just in
has
that
like
room, weren't we?
a lining.
Right, but remember there was the numbering was off, so this room does actually, in fact, have something in it, right?
This room, when you went through this door, it
Yeah.
was nothing of interest.
Oh, okay.
This
Oh,
door
oops.
is of interest of some kind.
I accidentally metagamed us. I'm pretty sure. I'm sorry about that.
So this door has, like I said, it has this area is 1 foot thick steel. You feel magic on it. It's treated with some kind of anti-teleportation spell, that prevents tunneling or scrying. That's what your magic sense is telling you.
Huh.
And this door, it appears as a round valve of steel. So it's like a round door. It has, 6 steel rods that currently hold the door tightly closed. So this door has gone to a lot of trouble to be something, even though, as far as you can tell, on the other side of that door is an empty room is an interstitial room of indeterminate use.
Oh.
So,
You know what? I like a challenge. So, doctor, you
Wait.
have the means to bring me back to life in case things go just a little awry, yes?
well, if we just play this a little more carefully, maybe I won't have to try to bring you back to life. Okay, let's have you not have you die if we if we can avoid it.
Oh,
So-
I'm
I
pretty
just wanna
good
get
at not dying,
confirmation
in
here
case you
that-
have not noticed.
Lombard was able to tell that it was the placard itself that was magical. Is that right?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is emanating a feeling of magic. You feel like it is a death rune of some kind, but it's a complex arrangement that you've never seen before.
I'd like to cast Dispel Magic on the
Okay.
on the plaque on the plate.
Sure. Okay. Um, the
Whoops.
so dispel magic actually is absorbed by the plates of steel around this door.
Oh. Anti-magic.
Is there something?
If you were
that's
to describe
keeping
the
it up
feeling,
there?
it's like you want to dispel magic on that rune, and it just sort of dissipates on you as it gets to that rune.
Well,
The placard that holds the rune, is it obviously held by something up there?
It appears to be engraved into the stone of the wall, and it is inset with gold. So it's very firmly part of the wall.
Uh,
Let's
okay.
try and remove the plates from the wall so it doesn't disperse the Dispel Magic.
Oh, all right. That's a novel idea that I had not thought of, but please go ahead.
I wouldn't know
Let's
how to
do
do
a strength check. Who would
I
be?
Now, Lombard.
could I athletics?
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, let's not
Wow.
They are on there. You feel like they could move maybe,
I
but they
sure
are
did
really on
try.
there.
If you work together, you can give Mao advantage on her.
Can
his
Mao
check.
try?
Sure.
Sure.
Mao has really good athletics.
I'll help too.
That's athletics.
Roll with advantage.
Oh, sorry.
How do I
yeah, you're
roll
right.
with advantage?
Just roll again.
Yeah, give me another roll there, Mal. Same thing.
And then take the higher
we
of the two.
15.
So a 15. You feel like you're doing better than Lombard, but they're not moving very well.
Are they bolted in somehow? Or is there's some way that we can try and remove them from the wall?
You can't see how they're attached to the wall. You don't know if they're glued or if there is some sort of complex, bolting system.
What if I just
Bracket.
what if I just tried to swing the hammer at the wall?
Sure. I want to look
How
up
about
something
how
real
about
quick.
Nat 20. 33.
Oh,
That-
well, yeah, okay. Yeah, so you definitely make a huge dent in one of the plates.
Oh yeah.
And then
19 bludgeoning.
You can see, based on the damage that you've done to that, so what is that? 19 plus 7?
No, there's no crit because I'm not raging.
Oh, right.
Or not,
So it
not
is.
crit, but the Genie's Wrath. Sorry, I didn't mean to say crit.
You see that there is a bracket kind of arrangement because the plate has bent, and you kind of see how it's attached at the four corners now.
Since I have a better idea of how this is put together, could I pull it in those spots where I feel like it's
Sure,
going to
yeah.
the most?
With advantage now that you know where to put the force.
25.
25. Yeah. So you pull this thing down. It's very heavy, but it comes down.
Fantastic.
And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. There are 44 more.
Okay.
So we're gonna be here a while.
All right, swinging again. Okay.
I do have I have some tools like pliers and things in my thieves tools. So is there a way that
Okay.
I can weaken them before Lombard takes them off?
So let's do an Arcana investigation for me, Casimir. Unless just investigation is higher for you, because if you're able to sort of suss out how this thing is put together, then you'll be able to take it apart. So if you can give me a good either investigation or okay. So you kind of figure out the trick to it, and you're able to use your tools to get in there and start making a better, more efficient use of Lombard's brute strength. And so you set up a sort of, bucket line of people moving things out. And so it takes probably, call it 4 or 5 minutes per plate. And so I just need to roll something real quick.
Couple hours.
Few hours later.
That's not even worth doing. Okay, so that's that's the first one. The first half that you've gotten out. So things are moving along pretty quickly. What is everyone else doing while this is happening?
I guess it's if Casby asks me to smack a group of them, I'll smack at a group of them, and I'll just kind of sit and hang out and just help if I'm needed. I don't really have anything else to do at the moment.
Okay, so
weak spot is here.
you're chugging along. You're probably about call it 2/3 of the way through. Damn it! I clicked on back and it took me out of.
How to roll 20.
So you're about 2/3 of the way through, and it's going along well. Let me do a quick check here. Okay, that is going to be, that'll be good. So while you're doing all of this, I need to select the correct layer here. So while you're doing this, your specter comes back and indicates that there are enemies.
Okay.
Because you had him patrolling the hallways, right?
Yeah.
All right, Casby, you keep working on this.
I just pointed what you hit.
Now we'll go take care
Oh,
of
is
these.
that what we've been doing?
That is what we'll be doing.
Oh,
Let's
fantastic.
just paste these down together, shall we?
I mean, I guess we don't know what's coming. That is fair. All right.
I was
Okay,
ready
well-
either way.
I will also assume the position.
I'm gonna get into stealth mode.
Can we see it all down this hallway to the north?
Yeah, I'll get it revealed in a second. I just have to get the correct number of things out onto the field here.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Things is in plural. Oh boy.
You'll be glad to know that I actually put too many, and now I'm removing some.
There we have some mercy.
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Some more. Ungrateful little boy.
Alrighty, so you notice that there's quite a large number of residents of Moyle that have come to complain about the noise.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Hey, Lurx, could you apologize to them real quick for us?
Lurx looks at these things. I don't know why some of them have marks on them for being.
They're extra.
Lurx doesn't have any idea what these things are. She is terrified.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
She
I'll go
understands that these things were her, people that lived in Moyle, but she just can't get her mind around it because this is just, it's like waking up after being asleep in a mall that is, empty, and then suddenly there are zombies also. It's a lot for her to take in.
Fantastic. In that case, look away, just in case any of these just happen.
Actually, it's exactly like Rick's story in the first Walking Dead, where he wakes up in the hospital.
Should we roll for initiative?
They don't know you're here yet, but they are
Okay.
coming. So you guys have
Can I
gotten
cast
everything
spell?
ready, it sounds like.
Can I cast a spell?
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Hold on, I have one that I would like to cast. Here. I think this is
Well,
the.
if you guys wander up there, then
Well, I mean, I'm stealth mode, so they can't
Yeah,
see me, I
this is
imagine.
actually as far as I'm gonna come, but since I got a little bit
Okay.
of movement, I figured I'll move a little bit further forward.
150 feet. I would like to kind of cast it from like this point outwards. Oh boy. I don't know how to delete
Ooh.
or do anything with those. I just know that I drew a thing.
yeah, I see the thing. So,
It
yes, you should be able to do that.
kind of have those appear that way.
So, that will, if you do that, that will be our surprise round, and then they will go into initiative.
Is everyone all right with that?
I'm fine with it.
I'd love to do it if everyone's all right with it.
Sylvian is
No objection?
eagerly awaiting the opportunity to kill more zombies.
It's crazy
Okay,
that
no
he's all the way-
objections.
it's
I'm
crazy
gonna
that he's
plant
all the way
some
back.
spikes.
Shut up.
I have my own spell. I would like to try on these zombies too.
You don't kill them all at once. You gotta get better at this firebolt.
All right, so you cast the spell. It causes 2d4 spike damage
Every time they move.
every time they move. Oof. All right.
And it's
So
difficult.
let's go ahead. Yeah, let's go ahead and roll initiative. They're already slow, poor bastards.
Fantastic. Bring up that
Beautiful.
turn track.
Yep, I'm clicking on the thing to do the thing, and I'm
I
doing the
rolled
thing with
really
the
terrible
thing.
rolls.
Always sad when we fight the zombies and I roll low on initiative because there's a good chance I won't get to go.
I wanted to send that to the turn tracker.
There's
but no
way too
valid
many
token.
zombies for that unless somebody drops a big fat AoE,
Well,
which may or may not be a waste.
we do have a Casimir. But yes, that's also fair.
I'm gonna try again with the attack that did not work on the bats, just to see if psychic's gonna work.
I need to do. There we go. Character sheets, initiative. 7. Oh wow, they're already they're doing terribly. Yep. Okay, so spikes appear at their feet, and they look down with some disdain and go, and they're very upset. And so it looks like if I do the descending order, Casimir, you are ready to go.
Okay, so now it is time for synaptic static. I'm gonna have it erupt from the middle here, which should get all of them. And if they're okay, I may as well ask this: are they immune to psychic damage, or can I roll?
So they are not immune to psychic damage.
Beautiful. There we go.
They're immune to being charmed, but not psychic damage, I guess.
Okay, there's no charm here.
I guess they have a high enough intelligence to be hurt by it. Yeah, okay.
So that's how many are in this group? That's 4, 8, 12? 12 of them. So it's a
20-foot radius. They have to make an intelligence saving throw. How do you roll multiple rolls for 20?
You can
just roll 12 dice, but then you have to know what your modifier is, and you just kind of have to compute it manually. Otherwise, you just have to keep clicking the stupid saving throw over and over.
Right.
So you could do like roll if it's affecting 12.
12
you could do
d20.
roll 12 d20 and then just add 3 to each number that gets rolled. Or not 3. I don't know why I said 3. Whatever it's.
Whatever it is, whatever their saving throw modifier is. Looks like 2 of them definitely made it. 3.
Unless it's a
I have to
negative
click on the
modifier.
thing to. Wait, hide, unhide. How do I do the?
If you mouse over the 130, it should show you.
I mean,
all
you can
the
see all the
rules.
dice, right?
No.
I think that's a setting you have to put, but I don't remember what that setting is.
18, 20,
Oh,
6,
weird.
10, 16, 2, 14, 19, 5, 13, 5.
Well, without knowing how to do that, just tell me how many pass.
What's I guess
You-
for
Yeah.
not to be meta, but what's their modifier?
That is a good question.
Okay, I'm gonna just put it into our
It
own chat
is.
so you can see it. There you go. Oh, there it is.
Their modifier is +0.
+0. Okay.
Okay, so 3.
2?
3.
3
Oh, wait,
pass
no,
or 3 fail.
3.
3 pass.
I'll do the back 3 here. They pass. Is there a way to
So-
do a bulk subtraction on a bunch of monsters at once?
That I
Not
don't
sure.
know. I don't think so.
Okay. And so they take how much damage?
31. 31 psychic.
And then
Wow.
16 on a pass.
All right, I'm subtracting 31 from these guys individually. And then the other ones take 16, right?
Yeah, the ones that pass
Yeah.
take 16.
Okay.
The ones that the
While
ones
I
that
catch up on that,
the ones that failed also have to roll a d6 and subtract that from all of their future attacks and ability checks. For
wow, that's
for
big.
speed's sake. Maybe
As well as Constitution saving throws if they have concentration on a spell.
Yeah, they're not very.
Yeah, for simplicity's sake, maybe roll 1d6 and just apply that to all of them.
You're supposed to do that at the time that it's rolled.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
While I'm catching up on that, do you have anything else that you want to do?
I will just move, let's say, maybe 10 feet forward. Or 15. You know, yeah, this is fine.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna do it over here, and then try to hide from some of them. Maybe... Yeah. Don't forget that this over here, this is what's it called?
Difficult terrain, right?
Oh.
All right.
Cool.
Hide. All right, that's me. And on to the doctor.
Oh, hold on.
Actually,
I just noticed Mao's not in the turn order.
and also
Oh.
Sylveon is a 0.
I had gotten a 9, and
Mao rolled a 7.
where is Mao?
I'm throwing that in the chat. Let me find. I'm down here, but
7. And then I can do this.
I can't remember what I rolled. I rolled a 7.
Yeah, you rolled a 7.
I'm below Sylvia and Lombard.
Okay. So you are now in the turn order. So Dr. Cox, you are next.
I'm gonna move to this position and cast Vicious Mockery on the zombie in the front.
Alrighty. What do they need to roll to save against that?
1 second, I'm having trouble clicking on my stupid token. There we go.
DC 21 Wisdom save. I can't see.
We rolled 12d20.
Three?
First one was a 7.
Yeah, it's just kind of something one.
So you can't see the results, the individual results for that.
7, 4, 7, 4, 10, 17, 2, 3. I mean,
Does anyone pass?
20, a 19,
I only
19.
cast it on one target.
Okay, I don't know why I did that.
As I was saying, the first one is a 7.
Yeah, we're in that AoE mood.
Oh, the first one's a 7. Yeah, okay, so it fails. And it takes 7 psychic damage?
7 psychic damage, and the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn is with disadvantage.
Okay, let me
done.
mark that so that I remember that it is with disadvantage. Okay. Anything else?
Now I'm done.
All
It's
right.
Leon's turn.
Sylveon steps up. Yeah, that's about right. And then I think actually, do I? Wondering what the best AoE that I can use unless I want to use it later. You know what I mean? It's like,
Well, the problem is that you can't recharge your Staff of Fire. And if we need that to kill the bats...
yeah, yep.
But I'd be willing to wager that these are going to drop pretty quickly after that 31 psychic damage to them.
Yes, they absolutely are. You know what? So, since I've got 4 Eldritch Blasts, that's what I'm going to do. And if I work through them, then we'll do that. So I'm going to target the first guy that you did Vicious Mockery on with an Eldritch Blast. That hits for 10 damage, which kills this zombie. And so then I will target the one next to him with an Eldritch Blast and say, voila! 26 does hit. It does 12 damage. Okay, so that one does not go down, but it looks like it's not doing well at all. The third one, so I'm going to target it again with an Eldritch Blast since it's still standing. A 20 does hit. 13 damage. That does kill this one. And I have my final Eldritch Blast to the one next to it, and I will say, this is all I have. Eldritch Blast, 28 does hit. And I go, this is my last Eldritch Blast I can do. And it only does 8 damage to this zombie. All right, so that's it for me. Then let's go to Lombard.
Okay. I don't have a whole lot of AoE that's like not loud as shit, so I'm just gonna throw a firebolt at one of them.
Okay.
They're all in range. I'm gonna throw a firebolt at. I'm gonna throw it at this guy specifically.
Screw that guy in particular.
Screw
Yeah.
that
Okay.
guy in particular.
And his mom.
How's a 23?
23
Of course,
hits.
he rode in on.
25 fire damage.
You kill it.
Fantastic. And with that, I'm gonna wish I could throw another one, but I can't. So that's it. That's gonna be my turn.
Okay. And so, Mao, it is your turn.
Mao is looking at it. Let's see here. Honestly, Mao is just kind of gonna hang out and kind of watch what happens over here. I don't think I have anything to attack from afar, and I want them to kind of walk through my spikes.
Okay, that's probably a good call.
Yeah, I kind of just want to give them a chance to injure themselves, you know? Kind of want to sit back and enjoy the night.
Understood. So you look at the handiwork that your spikes are doing, and you are well pleased. And so you uh, encourage them to come closer to you, which since when you end your turn, they're going to move. They're going to take some more damage. So what else would you like to do? Anything?
I don't believe so. I don't believe I have anything at the moment that I can do.
Okay.
Unless I want to get close and I don't want to deal with the spikes
Yeah.
myself.
So the zombies are going to move. It is difficult terrain. I clicked on back somehow and it kicked me out. Did they move?
They did.
Okay, then that's where they ended up. And so they are going to take how much damage when they move through your field of spikes?
Oh, shoot.
3,
Let me
right? Or does
scroll
it
back.
re-roll
It's
every time?
2d4 for each time they move 5 feet.
Fantastic.
So if you could just give me, well, let's do this. So 2d4, they move 10 feet, half their movement
So
because it's difficult
4d4.
terrain.
9 damage.
There's 2d4s. Two 2d4s. Do we need anything else rolled?
So 9 total. So that kills this
9.
one just outright. I'm not going to have you roll it individually for each one. This one is
No.
Yeah, you
Please,
only
I
have to
don't
roll it
mind.
once for each.
Oh boy, there we go. Okay.
no, you don't have to roll for each one.
Wow.
I'm just saying it's
Ended.
9.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, every
Oh
time
boy.
they all get -9.
Okay,
So
disregard the rest.
-9, -9. Okay, so I'm going to keep doing that. I have to go through and do -9 on the ones that are still alive. But one died outright. 2 died outright. This one also died. And so there are 6 left. Casimir, it is your turn.
Okay.
Oh, don't they take psychic damage also?
No.
Oh, okay. It's not a damage over time as well as an AoE.
Nah, it just has that effect that stops them from being able to have their full attack or ability thing rolls.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna move over to here and start picking them off with Eldritch Blast.
Great.
So let's say I go for 1, 2, 3, and 4. So
Okay.
essentially these top 4. Yep.
The 4 that are closest to us.
Yeah.
Blast away. 11 surprisingly hits.
Oh.
The nat 1.
It is a nat 1. Well, then it fizzles out, but so that one doesn't hit. But the other 2 do, and the 20 as well.
Okay, there you go. So first one 6, second one missed, third one's 11, and the last one's 10.
And that kills this one completely.
Okay. Well, in that case, that's all I'm gonna do. Move back over to my spot and hide. Bye-bye.
Sounds good. Dr. Cox?
On to the doctor.
Cast Vicious Mockery on the lead one.
Okay. It passes. So how much damage does it take?
None.
It is not impressed by your insults. It shrugs. It goes, "Urgh, that's fair.
Womp womp.
Damn. Cold.
Right, I'm done.
That's on brand for me."
Self-depreciation. Very good.
Anything else?
No, I'm done.
All right. And so I step up and I go, well, I will attack. I will attack these with the Eldritch Blast as well. This first one seems a likely candidate, and so cast the old Eldritch Blast. I don't know why it did the extra thing there. Oh, it just did the damage all at once. Oh, I didn't know it could do that if it hit. Yeah, 21, 16 damage. That kills it. I target the next one in line up here with my second. 16 hits. Why is it throwing damage with that? I don't know what I did. Okay. So that was 28. It does 7 damage. Then my third Eldritch Blast, 19. That definitely hits. Does 8 damage. And then my my last one, I target this guy with the old Eldritch Blast. 14 actually does hit, does 13 damage, and so that's that. So I do kill one, but I've damaged the others quite a bit, but they are still shambling forward. So it is your turn, Lombard.
Okay. Well, I'll move up a little bit. And I'll target this guy. Guy closest to us, and I'll throw some fire at him. How about a 12?
Very good. 12 hits.
15 fire damage.
Yeah. These are slow moving targets.
They sure are.
And so they this one outright dies in a flaming heap.
Fantastic. All right, that's it for
And
me.
it smells wonderful.
I bet it does in this enclosed place.
I'll keep it this. Maybe we'll crack this window over here.
And then okay, is that it?
That'll do it.
Mao, are you gonna
Yeah.
have you lit a cigarette and you're just sort of enjoying your work as they walk through the
Yeah.
field of death?
I'm pretty much. I'm just gonna.
You're over there rubbing the belly of your dog.
gonna smell.
Uh-oh. She went
Real
robot.
fun.
There you go. Say it again. You disconnected a bit there.
Oh boy, I was gonna say I'm just gonna sit here with my cigarette and my glass of wine, and I'm gonna watch them do their thing.
Fantastic.
Very
Let
good.
them destroy themselves. Why do my own dirty work?
And
They
so
can
the zombies, as though they were inspired by you for their turn, when they move, the 3 remaining zombies, they can go this far, and they take. Can you roll 2d4 for me for their damage?
Oh boy. Okay, let me find that button. See,
And
there
then
we go. You said
4d4.
2d4. Here we go.
They move
Is it
twice,
4d4
right?
or 2d4?
2d4 for each 5 feet.
I think they moved
Oh,
squares.
yeah. So 15, they essentially killed themselves. They
No,
were all so low. Hang on,
we do
are
what
they
we
all?
aspire to do.
There are so many of them. It's hard to pick them all. Some of them are overlapping. Okay, there's 3 there. That's on the GM. Yeah, okay, so 7, 3. Yeah, they all die. They die from movement.
Fantastic. Me too.
Beautiful.
They're gone. So the threat is cleared. The hallway is full of gory zombie bodies that are impaled on spikes that have grown up out of the ground.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
if there's nothing else coming towards us, this might be a good place to take a break.
That does sound like a good idea.
Fantastic. We have been going for 2 hours, so if it's okay with the group, real quick, perhaps we take this one just to be a 15-minute break and just have a long one right there in the middle rather than having any other breaks for the rest of the night. That work for
Sounds good to
everybody?
me.
Fantastic. In that case, everybody, we're going to take a 15-minute break. It is the 4th minute of the hour, which means we will be back at the 19th/20th minute of the hour. It's 10:04 p.m. on the East Coast, 7:04 p.m. On the West Coast, and we will be back in about 15. We'll see you real soon.
Very good.
and welcome back to Cats Meow. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. We didn't forget about you, but we always promise a minute late. Anyways, when we left off, we had just killed this horde of zombies. And I think we were about to try to figure out what we were going to do from that point.
Yes, you have given them what for? A sound thrashing.
Let's
And
go back and
they
finish
are
the door.
They are no more. Yes, the door is back here. So
All right, well, Lombard, this one here, you want to hit this part.
All right, sounds good. Swing-a-ding-ding!
Okay, nice.
Uh,
Now this one.
Okay. I'll say swing-a-ding-ding every time, and it won't get annoying.
Yep. We just do
I'm
that
going to
for,
say
like,
that with enough effort, you have continued to pull off these steel plates. They're in a nice pile outside, and as far as you can tell, you have removed them.
Fantastic. Okay, Doctor. Maybe I think you might be able to try that thing again.
Yeah, one more time. I'm gonna cast Dispel Magic on this
Now,
big death trap plate.
can you link that for me?
But yeah.
Sure. What level do you want to cast it at?
Third?
Yeah, okay. And so the DC equals 10 plus the spell's level, right?
Yep.
So I suppose you roll, and or I roll. The door rolls, I suppose.
No, I roll, right? Because I'm dispelling it.
Okay.
So I'm making a spell casting check. So basically, I just use kind of my spell attack modifier. That's a plus 11.
Mhm.
Uh,
And I think plus 3, right? That was a natural 1.
yeah, that's probably not gonna do it.
As far as you can tell, it didn't do anything.
I'm gonna try one more time.
Give it a go. That does it.
A
Yeah.
31.
The duality of man.
So you
Cat's
spark it
eyes.
out. You see it start to spark in a line as it almost like gunpowder starts to burn the gold out of the rune, and then it's just a scarred piece of stone that vaguely resembles the rune before.
Can I pull it off?
It looks like an indentation in the stone into which something magical was poured, and you have taken the magic away from that carving. So it's like the inlay was melted and used up.
Roger. Alright, Casimir, I think it's safe.
Yeah, I was. Part of me wishes that I had just tried it. It would have been pretty fun. I don't think I would have died. But, who's to say?
Listen,
Never mind.
I can bring you back from the dead if you die, okay? But it's gonna take an hour to do, and while that's happening, if something attacks us, we're gonna be a little more vulnerable, A? And B, when you come back from being dead, it is an ordeal. You're not all the way what you were. You have to get a little bit of rest in before you're back up to your
Okay,
normal self, if you
don't-
catch my drift.
Don't you suffer some exhaustion?
Not exactly.
That's you.
Okay.
I mean, there's a good chance that I wouldn't die or just get knocked out like it usually happens, but.
I mean, it's
Never
true,
mind.
but this is death magic. I don't think you're resistant to that. You're more of the, Casimir the Unburnable.
Indeed. And that is how a lot of people try to kill me. Or
Anyway, it
traps,
only cost me a
or
couple
other
of spell
things.
slots, so whatever,
Indeed.
Or,
Neither here nor there. Now I
so,
shall open this door.
now you are in a position to see that the door, is openable, but it has a lock. So you'll want to, do something about the lock, obviously.
Okay, here's my first
two.
attempt. Yeah.
That doesn't do it.
Weird rolls tonight.
You snap off your handle in the lock, and now you have to spend some time digging it out.
Why do I do this to myself? I guess I take out the pliers and my thieves' toolkit and start poking away trying to get the thing out. Okay, now let us try this again. None of you saw anything, all right? Not a single
So-
one of you.
I need you also.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so I'm going to just read to you what the module says, so that you don't think that it's me doing this to you. So the key to the lock is long gone, and the lock itself is a marvel of locksmithing, and all attempts to pick it are at a 30% penalty. And what's more, the symbol of insanity has been inscribed on the lock, causing anyone with fewer than 120 hit points who fiddles with the lock to suffer the effect of a confusion spell until healed, restored, or wished back to mental clarity. So tell
That's
me,
all right. I got
what is
150.
your how much is your hit points?
151.
Okay, so you do not suffer the confusion spell, but you are nauseous for a good minute after
Wha-
fiddling with this lock.
Gatsby, you've turned from red to green.
It feels like that. I don't want to paint the ground if possible, but I'm not feeling amazing after this.
You shouldn't look like Mao. Mao can wear it well, but I don't know about you, Casimir.
No, I do
Okay,
not imagine.
and you do, however, pick the lock, with the 23 though. So,
Okay.
and you are able to turn the handle. The 6 pillars of steel pull inside, and this door, which, as far as you know, goes to nowhere. When you open it, it is clearly a different place than what was behind the door from before. So this door has magically somehow opened a portal into a room that's identically sized, but is not the room you were in on the other side of the door when you went into the other door.
Oh,
So-
look at that.
Angel B in a world of interstitiation.
So the chamber beyond, the thick round, this door looks like a valve, almost like a submarine door. The chamber beyond reveals a thick the floor of the chamber contains a fallen wooden rack that has spilled bulging cloth bags upon the hard steel ground. Many of the bags have burst with this rough treatment, and hundreds and perhaps even thousands of glittering coins are poured out across the floor. Against the east wall is an ornate chair upon which sits a humanoid figure who almost looks as if he had just dozed off, were it not for the patina of frost encrusting him as it does every other visible surface. And I have a handout for this, so let me show you that.
Careful, it might be
So-
another one of those frozen guys.
Oh yeah,
Does
there was that
it
guy.
look like
Really, this is the
Well,
one
my
I
truth
didn't do.
light.
All right, hang on.
The curse.
This is I put in all these handouts, and the one that I need I didn't put in.
That's how it goes. You can't
Yep.
blame yourself.
Here,
it's
give me a
fate.
second.
It's fated to happen.
It is. So, but imagine a figure, encrusted in ice, humanoid, clearly a Moilian based on what you see Lurch wearing, Lurx wearing, and also what you've kind of come to realize is what the style of the Moilians is. And so, but it's not moving yet.
Hey, Mal, could you ask Lurx if this fella looks familiar? Would the frost have are their features preserved because they're in frost, or are they
I mean, well, let me roll a quick roll for Lurx to see what her perception is.
I've also got a passive 17 perception, if that helps. I'll step in.
Well, I'm just seeing what she might know and what she might not know.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fine.
So she says, I don't know. I mean, it looks like one of the Tower of Chance employees, maybe a guard of some kind. I know they have guards for the vault area.
I mean, this is a pretty nice chair for somebody like a god. Unless he's maybe breaking rank for a prank, and then it was just badly timed, and now he's preserved forever breaking the rules and regulations of his employment. It'd be an absolute shame if he was to be brought back to life and tried for his crimes.
That's a long road to go, but yeah, it would. Here, I'm actually creating the note. I guess didn't drag this one on. I have it ready to go though. This is what the guy looks like. There he is in all his glory.
Oh. Odd.
So this one doesn't look like it's undead.
Well, it's hard to tell. He's covered in frost. You wouldn't think that a living person might be would be very uncomfortable covered with that much frost.
Remind me, Case, man. That whole thing you do when you talk to like the dead guys, we gotta kill them first, right? In order to, you have to get a killing blow.
I'm gonna say
is
he's down
only-
in this circle down here, roughly.
I
So
can
if
talk
you-
to anything that is not undead but is dead and is kind of humanoid. I don't need to kill it myself. It just needs to be dead.
Okay, do you think...
Right, but if you try to talk to it and you can't, you'll know that it's not undead, right?
True.
I will indeed.
Okay.
All right, everybody, form up just in
yeah,
case.
What's the range on this thing, Casimir? Like, how far or close do you need to be?
I'm not going to lie. It is not super far away.
Do,
For instance,
would it
if
help
I were
stay
to
up
hazard
there
a
with you?
guess on how far away I can be, I would say it's about 10 feet.
Would you like... Hold on. Okay, in that case, like I talked about in the last thing, as we've been passing through every hour, pretty much on the hour, I've been doing the whole inserting the, money in order to keep the plus, the plus 5 feet of reach as well as the 1d6 radiant damage on the golden stein. So I could stand next to Casimir. I have 10 feet of reach with this thing. I could prepare an action in case it decides to attack us.
Well, you guys have to move pretty quickly because you see that the frost is starting to fall off of this thing.
Well, something makes me think that maybe we should go quickly. Stand where you need me to stand next to, Casimir.
Okay, I'm going to be right here.
Okay, I'm gonna stand right here, and I'm gonna prepare an action to swing the golden stein. If this thing makes a gesture as if to hurt us.
Casimir,
Okay.
bring
Sure.
your specter.
It is definitely starting to move towards you, and you can see that it's the same lurching movements as the other zombies you've encountered. And since you guys are the only ones in the room at the moment, I'm going to have you go ahead and roll initiative. I need to pull a zombie out of here
Okay.
real quick.
And because I had that attack prepared, you want me to go ahead and roll that too?
Yes, please.
Okay. That's a 28 with the golden stein.
That definitely hits.
I'll say, if you told me that didn't hit, I'm gonna piss myself.
It definitely hits.
It's 14 bludgeoning damage.
14 bludgeoning damage. Excellent. And then let's roll initiative for this one.
I rolled an 11.
Unless anyone else wants to come into the room right now, it's just the three of you. So
Well, we never really got a chance to coordinate ourselves.
Fair.
So go ahead. I'm gonna bring a zombie over, put him into his little seat right here. Let me do initiative for the old zombie real quick. And then if the two of you can, yep, you looks like you're already in there. Casimir, you are with a 28. You can go ahead.
I will say, if the
Hey.
reach makes sense, we actually want him to be like
And
right
you said
there.
minus 14, right?
Yeah. You know, might
Got
also,
it.
for the sake of the fact that I was able to reach him, you might want to move him 1 square closer to us.
Sure, I can do that.
Yeah.
And now I shall take a step forward so he's within my reach. And I will, yeah, attack with a booming blade.
Okay.
Up. 27 to hit.
Yep. Why does it say bookmark?
It's the
Because
name of
that
That's
is
the name of the dagger.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Okay, yeah. So bookmark hits, and it does 11 plus 15, 26 damage.
Yep.
Not bad.
Plus,
26 magical piercing, plus 14 thunder.
yes. At which
Oof.
point.
Well, that just straight up kills it. So,
Fantastic.
Oh.
Perfect.
Well, maybe now we can try to talk to it.
yep. So, you do notice that, like in the picture, it appears to have a gauntlet and a helm on that is of unusual properties.
Before everyone arrives,
Okay.
Casimir just kind of bends down and starts, looting this corpse.
All right. So, I don't know what the stats are yet because I have to look it up. But this is a sentinel. This is a helm and a gauntlet. So you'll have, if you could add a helm and a gauntlet to your inventory, that would be great.
Okay.
Hey,
It's
hey,
too bad no one
Lurx.
knows identify.
Hey, Lurx, do you think you could maybe come in here? I'm sure this thing probably speaks Moilian, so we're gonna need Mao and Lurx.
Yeah, Lurx
here.
comes in and
Yes,
looks
Mao.
at this bludgeoned body of a Moilian zombie that it's in a little better shape than the other zombies, and it just really hits home that she's a long way from when she went into the mirror, and so she's ready to translate.
So, could you ask first? Don't lead on that Casimir just took these things from it. Just ask it if it knows what that helmet gauntlet that Casimir just happens to have on him now is.
Yeah, so hey, Lurx, you see the helmet and gauntlet that Casimir has on him? Do you know
Yeah.
anything about that? Do you see anything special?
No, I tell it to ask the zombie about it.
Oh, can you ask the zombie about it for us?
It can talk.
Okay.
You're saying this thing can talk?
Oh yeah, the zombie. I thought you were saying that the gauntlet could talk, and I was like, holy
Yeah, I was like,
shit, this
okay,
is game
dang.
changing. Yeah, it could. Well, thanks to Casimir, this is done through some magical means, but this thing has the knowledge of whatever it knew when it was alive. So we've got to try to figure some things out.
Okay.
Right, so we are going to cast that spell, yes? In which case, yes, we do need to know the questions. I'll wait until we have those figured out before I bring him back.
Okay, I'll write them down. So the first things first. Identify the gauntlet and helmet. Are those two separate things, or can that be in the same question?
I would say those are two questions, really.
Okay.
I mean,
Gauntlet,
I suppose you could say, what are these things you were wearing? You could ask that, and that would be one question.
Okay.
But it might misinterpret that, as like
clothes. Yeah.
Let's
right. uniform.
Let's be specific about the.
Never seen
helmet
shoes
and
before?
helmet. So that's two of those things. In the picture, he's blindfolded.
Yes. Yep.
Perhaps we ask
I
about
think
the
that
blindfold.
is really. I think that has to do with the helm more than
Okay,
anything
gotcha.
else. That's not.
Maybe
we
ask
should ask him about the chair,
Yeah, we should ask him why he was sitting where he was. What was he doing here?
or what is that chair?
Sure. Yeah.
Because it was like super fancy, right? For
Yeah,
a guard to be
what's-
sitting in it.
I'm gonna say the question would be, what is the chair for? What is? I mean, from what I can see, it looks like this room's probably just where they keep all the money. This is the safe.
Certainly looks like it.
But do we want to?
Yep.
Do we want to?
The next thing we need to do is
Do we want to confirm that? I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point, I think.
Well, what does your magical awareness tell you about the chair? Is it magical too, or is it just the helm and gauntlet?
What does my magic awareness tell me about this?
Are there other
helm and
magical
gaunt-
things in this room?
The helm and gauntlet are definitely magical in some way.
Okay.
And I am looking up exactly what the school of magic is because I don't know. But it is the chair itself is fancy. It might have been comfortable at one time, but it does not appear to be magic in any way.
Okay.
What about the rest of the room?
Anything else? Yeah. Is there anything else in this
It's
room that I would
full
touch?
of money as far as you can tell. So
Okay.
your treasure sense, Casimir's treasure sense is going crazy, but it is. This is, it looks like maybe they put somebody in here to guard the vault.
Okay. So it's a nice chair, but it is really just a chair. Okay. So I guess in that case we've got 3 questions for sure. Identify the gauntlet. Identify the helmet. What is the chair for? We've got 2 more.
Meh. The chair is. We got how many questions? I thought it was 3.
Do we have 3 or
Good
5?
5.
5.
I thought it was 5.
Perhaps what is this tower for? Like, we don't really know what this one is.
Yeah, because if this guy was a guard, then he'd definitely know. Purpose of the tower. Okay, we've got 2 more. Oh, where?
This is a.
Where? If it's safe to assume he's a guard.
This is a killer spell for a GM because I now have to invent this guy's entire backstory.
Hell yeah, bro. So, assuming this guy is a guard, I don't know if you want to use a question to waste. Maybe we can just assume and see what happens. Where are the barracks? Where does he go when it's time to go sleepy sleep? Or how many others are in this tower?
We could try to ask
mean-
about some main quest objectives.
Alright, because I don't think he will know how many are in this tower. Much time is likely passed since he has died.
So the main quest objectives you'd want to ask about, what would those be?
That's a really good question.
We don't really know yet, as far as I can
Yeah.
tell.
Well, we know we're trying to
you
find
have
where
something-
this Codex of Infinite Planes is.
You do have something from the very beginning that is in the whatchamacallit, the monolith at the beginning that talked about the different aspects of the dungeon. I can read it to you again if I can find it real quick.
I have it here.
It was the rhyme.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we can.
It's in a handout. Let me see. Where did I put
Don't
it?
see it anymore.
I don't see it anymore. No. Oh, it must be here. Okay. Here we go.
There we go.
So this is the rhyme that is on the obelisk. And now I have to do Asarak's voice again because I have to remember how I did it. Asarak is impressed. You now stand under the darkling sky that most never dreamt of. Your only path forward through this crumbling demi-plane of broken piety. The journey shall task you to your mortal limits. However, this verse may help you on your way to me within the void, where you shall receive a fitting prize for your persistence. And so he goes on to say, this city that waits was the city of Moyle, where dreams truly died, but bodies yet toil. In slumbering, unrelenting, they lie yet and wait, biding their time to seal your fate. Discovery of the void and my fortress we in, demands exploration through peril again. Find amid towers degenerate the single key and resolve the dilemma of problems 3. Beard the brine dragon in its frozen hollow. Remove the key, avoid its starved swallow. Beneath the webs of glowing emerald hangs a riddle box, ripe to be solved. The dark weaver endures the cold in her lair. Grasp your fate with consummate care. The lifeless dream that marks the crime is the vestige that guards the sand of time. Each resolution removes one obstacle. For those who peruse this written oracle, the phantom released flies you in a fashion to my inevitable fortress of conclusion, the tomb of horrors. So that's where your quest objectives are.
So
There are 3 things that you have to do, and then one of them is beard the brine dragon in its frozen hollow, remove the key and avoid its starved swallow. And then the next one is beneath webs of glowing emerald hangs a riddle box ripe to be solved. The dark weaver endures the cold in her lair. Grasp your fate with consummate care. And then the lifeless dream that marks the crime is the vestige that guards the sands of time. So it's the dark weaver, the vestige, and the brine dragon.
So we need a key. We don't have.
I wonder if the Wand of Days is the key somehow.
It might be. I'd be willing to place some bets on that.
In
I'm
any
surprised
case,
nobody used the Wand of Days on the zombies.
I was thinking about trying that on this one, but I want to speak to it first.
Okay.
in any case, maybe we should ask about the key and the brine dragon.
All right, that would make 5.
Frozen Hollow. The Frozen Hollow does kind of make sense for that room that we found the wand in, and then it was a key to unlock this path in a way because it could kind of change which path would go on by choosing the day. So it kind of seems like we might have already done that one.
Maybe? I didn't see anything that looked like a brine dragon.
Right.
Without being too metagaming, you'll know when you meet the brine dragon.
Know what I mean?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So do we have our 5 questions?
I think so.
Perhaps we should have Mao. Would you be able to ask these questions to Lurx? And Lurx
Oh,
ask this
boy.
thing.
Okay,
'Cause
you'll
it
have
might-
to All
have to
right, we'll have
remind
to
you?
go ahead and we'll relay them. So first, Lurx, first we were wondering about the helm and the gauntlet. Let's see, what was our specific question again for that one?
What's the
Let me
gauntlet?
quickly call this thing to life. Well,
Sure.
undead again.
Okay.
Come, spirit, arise and speak to us.
So it appears to be looking at you now.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna point at Lurx.
And I'm gonna look over at Lurx and I'm gonna go, Lurx, can you ask it what the gauntlet does?
Sure. So it looks down at its hand, and it says, I have to see what this is called. Guard.
Real specific.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, fantastic. Next question.
Yeah. Hey, Lurx.
Identify the helmet.
And it says, so I'm assuming Mao asks Lurx, and Lurx then translates.
Mhm.
It says, Sentinel.
Okay.
All right, on to the next one.
This is very helpful so far.
What the fuck are those?
Purpose of this tower.
What's the
Yes.
purpose of this tower?
Purpose of this
Um,
tower.
And it goes, win big.
It's okay. It's another one. It's another.
But this is just the second floor of the casino.
Is it just the second floor, or is this a? This is another tower, isn't it?
Oh, right, we just went down.
No,
We just went down.
yeah.
Oh, did we? Oh, I'm a fiddly fool. You're right. I'm a fiddly fool.
Hey, me too. I forgot. Well, two
All
questions
right.
left.
And what were our last two
Where's the brand
questions?
dragon?
The next one is the key.
Yeah.
Ask about this
All
key.
right. Lurx,
Aqueous Tower.
Okay. There's. Okay, we gotta find one with some water in it. I think.
yep.
Probably.
We're gonna-
Probably a ye old aquarium. Ye old boiling aquarium.
Yes.
Looks
Yes,
like
exactly.
we're gonna have a little water level.
Very excited to learn about aquabiology, or Moylian aquabiology. Anyways, the last question is about the bride dragon. Where's that? Where does one the Moylian Zoo?
Aqueous Tower.
Oh,
It's the same
That
answer.
makes sense.
Ah,
That makes a lot of sense.
it does. Yep. Okay.
And
That's that.
on its fifth question, it clearly disanimates and gives up whatever semblance of living that it had, which was minimal to begin with.
So, keep a note-
Step
keep a
up with the
note.
wand of Dave. Just point it at this thing's face and just let it rip.
So you do that, and nothing happens. This is a creature that you killed and brought back to ask questions. You click on the Wand of Days. It exposes the whole room to sunlight. It feels warm. There's just a hint of that, fresh spring smell that you get. That first really good day of spring, but then it's gone. And but unfortunately, the zombie doesn't revert to a Moylian citizen.
Okay, well, I'm going to leave you guys with this one. If you want to do some stuff of holy oil or whatever, that's on you. And I'm gonna move my way over
water
to.
on it.
As you're walking out, you do notice that the valve-like steel door has a ring handle inside, so it looks like it can be locked from the inside as well.
Okay. So this would be a good place to rest by the looks of it. But in any case,
Yeah.
I'm gonna move my way over and try shine some on the zombies out here, just to see if that will maybe do something.
Yeah, they're all past saving.
I think we don't want to kill him first.
Shit.
However, the next one that we decide to talk to, maybe we try to ask them about the whereabouts of this aqua tower.
Sure, that is something that you can do. So Lurch is putting platinum in her pockets because as far as she knows, she's gotten into the big vault, and so she's loaded up her pockets. Does anyone take the helm and the gauntlet?
I guess Casimir.
Yep,
Yes.
I've got those.
Okay,
two things.
Casimir's got those. All right. You feel them as you tuck them into your bag, that there is untold magical power within them that is yet to be revealed.
Hey, now, Lombard, would either of you like this helmet? It's not really my style.
I mean, I'm not wearing one.
Yeah,
I
mean, you
don't
can
know.
definitely put it on.
I would be willing to wager that probably you're gonna want neither of those, Casimir.
So let me describe it to you so you know what it is. It's a dark leather half mask, and it fastens around the wearer's eyes with a sturdy iron buckle behind the head holding it in place. And one of the eye holes is open, and you can just see through it, but there is a dark violet crystal sphere that covers the other hole. So,
That seems sketchy as hell.
Sounds like a helmet telepathy.
but also, this is a guy that was left in a vault to guard it, apparently.
I've had a helm of telepathy before.
Yeah, the
Does
party
this
has one
look to me
already.
like a helm of telepathy?
Well, I mean, I won't say no to it if it's not gonna kill me.
Well, here you go.
Fantastic.
This gauntlet, however, this is a bit different. So, if I put it on and it requires attunement, but I already have 3 things that I'm attuned to, does that mean it just won't do anything?
Yeah, you would have to remove one of the things to become attuned to it.
What if it were cursed and I already have 3 things attuned?
I
Most-
would assume that it's the same thing. It's just that it's a negative buff instead of a positive buff that you would get.
Most
But it
cursed
wouldn't-
items don't require attunement.
Ah, okay, that would make sense.
And
So
if
it's
they
like,
do, they force an attunement, and you have to remove the curse in order to remove the attunement.
uh-huh. Okay,
And these definitely are requiring attunement.
interesting.
If they require attunement, that means they're both probably pretty strong. Maybe we should take a short rest here so you guys can attune to them.
I
Now
will
you
not
have
say no to this.
some extra slots, right? You don't have three magic items that you're attuned to.
I don't believe so. I know I had the ring, but I believe that's it.
You know
Yeah.
what? I'm already pretty good for magic items. Here, do you want this gauntlet?
You know what? Why not? Why not? Why not take it?
Here you go. And let
All
us
right.
close this
So is
door.
the consensus that we can all pull into this chamber, and when you pull the door closed and turn it, you feel it seal, like nothing's getting through that door. I mean, short of something super powerful in magic.
What about something that can just move through walls?
Well, the interior of this vault is coated with the same plates. And so you cannot teleport into the vault, or reach
Go
into
through
it, or penetrate it. So it is yeah, anyway.
Okay, I guess I'll just give my ghost friend the instruction, like, if anything comes through and just like lingers outside the door, just like knock.
Okay, that works. It nods, it understands.
Okay, there's no way that this is not happening right now. I'm gonna take all of the bags of coins. I'm gonna empty them into a huge heap. I'm gonna fall on it like Scrooge McDuck.
No, Doctor, coins are a liquid.
Give me a performance check.
I'm not gonna like dive into it. I'm just gonna kind of like lazily flop backwards into it.
Give me a performance check. I'm sure it's going to be
Working on it. I
huge,
gotta select my token.
but if you get a 1, that'll be fascinating. 13. It's
Well-
not great. we kind of look at what you're doing and we go, I see it, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
A platinum
Ah.
angel.
Good one.
Good try.
Yeah. I like. It's very funny. Yeah.
This pile's big enough for everybody.
And
You know, you're not wrong.
they give me a description of the coins here. There is a horned figure of some kind of demonic being on one side, and towers on the other. So it's clearly the city of Moyle on one side, and it looks like it might be Orcus on the other. But the way they use Orcus is not like he's a real presence. It's like we use sort of the bald eagle, it seems. So they still like they paid lip service to Orcus, but they didn't really believe, and that's what sort of got them in trouble, it seems.
By the way, does this door exist in the realm that we're kind of in now? This other
Oh, right.
room?
Yeah, you can't see that door in this side. It's just a wall with those special plates that make it so it's a secured room.
Uh-huh. Okay. You know that thing that was mentioned, that vestige from Asarek's writing. Perhaps this would be a safe place to hide, but maybe it will not go away. Maybe this is more of a trap.
So we should mark a short rest after I do a quick roll here. Okay, no, we're good. So we can mark a short rest.
So I imagine that means like there's no knocking at the door then.
No knocking at the door. So
We're
if
gonna
everyone
mark a short rest. I'm gonna cast this anyway.
Okay.
Just so it's nice and toasty warm in there, and then I'm gonna play the Song of Rest while we're resting.
And what does the Song of Rest give us again?
If anybody chooses to, here I'll just post the thing. If anybody chooses to use hit dice to regenerate hit points, they get some extra.
Ah, great. Okay.
We're all full health, though, right?
It might be. I don't know.
I'm at 166 out of 167, but I also have some temporary hit points, so I'm just gonna be okay with where I'm at.
I mean, I can refresh our temporary hit points.
Oh yeah, we could do that too.
Yeah,
So
we don't
if
have
you
temporary hit points at the moment.
You don't. You also could stand to have a little bit of healing, Sylveon.
I see that. I'm gonna take some hit dice.
Okay, so it looks like I can give us 22 temporary hit points. So if you have less than 22, I'm just gonna give us another speech that'll take another 10 minutes.
Fantastic.
Nice.
I'm gonna give the Golem 22 temporary hit points.
Ooh. Inspired clay.
And Ninja Meow's had 22 from before. And then you get a free D12 from the Song of Rest.
Okay. Nice. That takes me back to maximum.
Be sure to mark your brand new shiny 22 temporary hit points as well.
I did put those on as well. Yeah, so we're feeling good. So I can tell you what those things are if you've spent the time to become attuned to them.
Yes.
So the first thing is what is called a Gauntlet of Guard. Give me a second. I will read you the... This is unique to this particular dungeon, so I'm going to have to like create it and put it in your inventory. But it's a wondrous item, legendary. The Gauntlet of Guard provides its wearer defense against attacks. The Gauntlet... let me read the modified version, which has the correct... the Gauntlet confers a base armor class of 17 on its wearer by growing to encompass the entire the wearer's entire body in full plate armor upon command. The Gauntlet Guard can provide this covering for up to 8 hours a day before shrinking back into a normal-looking, non-armoring gauntlet. While so armored, the wearer gains advantage on saving throws against magic. The wearer can also cast Guiding Bolt at a 7th level spell slot from the Gauntlet's fingertips at a single enemy up to 120 feet away by doing 10d6 points of damage on a successful hit.
Nice.
Nice.
Damn!
That's a lot.
So I just linked the description there. The helm is it the Sentinel Mask. It is a wondrous item, very rare. The Sentinel Mask is a dark leather half mask fastens around the wearer's eyes with a sturdy iron buckle behind the head. One of the eye holes is open. The other one has a dark crystal sphere, like I had said. The violet sphere in the left eye hole acts as a gem of seeing with 3 charges. And so, as an action, you can speak the violet crystal's command word to expend 1 charge. And for the next 10 minutes, you have true sight out to 120 feet when you peer through this violet crystal. The crystal's second command word allows the wearer to use an action and expend 2 charges to give the wearer X-ray vision in a radius of 30 feet for 1 minute. The wearer of the mask using this feature, to them, solid objects within radius appear transparent and don't prevent light from passing through them. The vision can penetrate 3 feet of stone, 3 inches of common metal, or up to 6 feet of wood or dirt. Thicker substances block the vision, as does a thin sheet of lead, and the mask regains all expended charges at dawn.
Okay. Jesus
Dope.
Christ.
So, good thing he didn't really get a chance to get an attack off. Because you would have had a guiding.
That would have hurt. That would have hurt a lot.
Yeah, 10d6 is no joke. So, we will have to put all of that into your character. Let me see what guiding bolt is, because is guiding bolt a regular 5e thing? Because
Yes.
that's what I thought. Okay.
It's a first level cleric spell.
Yeah, but this does it at a 7th level spell, and it does 10d6 damage as a result. All right. So, what's your armor class, Mal?
15.
Oh, so yeah, you've
Yeah.
now got 17 armor.
17.
You can basically encase yourself in in plate mail. You can wear plate, right?
I believe so.
And then it goes back to being a gauntlet either when you want or after 8 hours of use.
Perfect.
And then also you have the ability to blast things to oblivion with your guiding bolt.
Nice. I like that. That's my favorite activity. Blasting things to oblivion.
All right. Well, we have now rested. We are ready to move out into the world, maybe? What's the plan?
So.
Yep.
I'm with this.
All right.
Well-
Everybody stick together. Don't want any
Yeah, I'll take a
stragglers.
couple of these platinum and just be like, yep. I mean, this could be worth something in the real world more than just its platinum value. Because,
Sure.
yeah. I mean, this is something you don't see every day. Some collector out there might be interested.
Yeah, I might.
Do you want all of? Did you collect all of them? I can tell you how many there are.
Where are we gonna
I mean, I
put all of
suppose-
that?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
I'll scoop
I
like
just-
5 just to have some because they look neat. But I'm not. We're rich. I don't need any more.
Lurch's pockets are full. She doesn't even know how many she's got. She's just jingling as she walks down the hallway.
Lurch, you're like Santa Claus.
Lurch thinks it's a great day.
It's a beautiful day. All right. So now the plan is what?
Well, we do have these other doors right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
So when I
open it
shot
up.
these Moylians with the Wand of Days, like, did that do stuff? Did it make them not normal?
Nope.
Moylian?
They remain dead.
or we killed them, so it doesn't work on them.
Ah.
They are dead.
What was the range on the
beyond.
Wand of Days again?
120 feet.
Oh. Okay, that's
All right.
yeah, that's gonna be worth a try.
I'm gonna open this door that I'm standing next to.
Okay, so when you do that, let me reveal it. That room in particular is doesn't appear to have anything of interest in it.
All right.
Um, it has
Interstitial,
some
fellas.
well, it's got some tables. It looks like they were displays of some kind. You're not sure. Maybe they were displays with magical stuff, but you know, you can't tell exactly what it is. But it doesn't look like anything is still working.
Gotcha. All right, this room looks pretty interstitial and indeterminate, so maybe we move on to the next door.
I say next door.
Okay,
Can
this
Mal do
room
that?
is. Let me reveal it. So this room, let me tell you what is in there. All right, make sure I get the right one. If I read them out of order, then I have to like fix it later. Okay. Hang on. Wrong map. I don't know what I'd do if I didn't have 3 screens. I honestly don't.
Trust me, even that sometimes isn't enough.
All right, so you open up this door, and shattered stands, broken cabinets, and toppled display shelves lie in sad piles on the floor of this pie-shaped room, as if a giant hand had taken up the place and shaken it to gauge its contents before tossing it carelessly aside. Only one item has apparently survived this rough treatment. A glass-fronted curio cabinet stands undamaged in the southwestern corner of this chamber. The layer of ice covering the glass makes it difficult to determine the source of the golden light emanating within. So the cabinet that I'm talking about is right around here.
Oh boy. Well, do we want to go fiddle with the cabinet?
I suppose you and I would be the most qualified.
Oh boy, I'll give you the shot. You go first, buddy. You have some fun with that.
Sure
I'll
thing.
stand right here.
Oh, you want to stand even close to it? Ah,
Yes.
you are braver. Or
Yep, I'll
yes,
be right
let's say
back
that.
here.
I'm gonna stay not so close to it. I'll prepare a firebolt in case something pops out.
So
So
when you go up to it, you see that it's like a window, and it is completely frosted over. There's a faint glowing light inside, but you can't tell what it is, and you can't see through the glass because of the frost.
is there
Hmm.
a very obvious opening to this cabinet?
It has a handle, yeah.
I will try the handle.
Okay. Can you roll me a strength check?
Sure.
It does not move. It is frozen solid.
Okay. Can I look for where the seam would be, where the ice would meet it, and just use my my bookmark, the good old blade, to kind of like carve away at the ice to make it easier to open?
Sure. Yeah. So you can chip away at it with bookmark, and then you can give it another chance, another try.
Okay. I didn't roll that time. Go.
And that doesn't do it. The ice is just too strong.
Ah, this is you're not. I'm not really cut out for these whole strength things. I could break it, for sure. But maybe one of you other guys could just try to open it normally before we go and resort to smashing.
Mal will go ahead and try it. Let me give it a nice tug. Oh, that didn't go anywhere near as planned. Okay. We're making a fool of ourselves at the moment.
It's okay. I'll give
Yep.
it a shot.
So it is clearly this thing is iced over. You've taken some attempts at it. Lombard, you actually succeed. You are successful in opening the cabinet. And let's see, how am I going to describe what has just happened?
Lombard's dead.
So the golden light goes out, and all of the other illumination in the room goes out as well. There's this faint kind of glow, to the whole environment, where it's not, it's almost dark, but it's not quite dark. And even that goes out. So it has become very dark in this room. And so I need you to hang on. I got to look up what the correct saving throw is for this one.
But our sources of light are still normal, right? Or do they get affected too?
Well,
Okay.
our sources of light are still there, but all of the internal room lights and stuff go out. This is
Okay,
Oops.
so he's
okay.
still
I
in
got it.
bright
Hang
light.
on. So this is an interesting mechanic. So I need you to make a charisma saving throw. Please, Lombard.
Okie dokie. About a 10.
Oh boy.
That does not do it.
I figured not.
And so the lights come back on, and so now the room is illuminated again.
And Lombard's
Also,
gone.
Lombard, I did not incorrectly place you where you were. You are now outside the tower, falling.
Oh, that's incredibly unfortunate.
Not too unfortunate for a man who can fly.
I can fly. I would like to utilize my ability to fly.
Okay.
Rejected.
Let me just pull up the thing that is. There's a lot of features and traits on Lombard now, so I've got to find the thing.
I say Lombard just has to scale the building.
So a GM roll. Do you guys see when I do a GM roll?
No.
Negative.
No.
Okay. So you are essentially, actually, Dr. Cox, can you give me a perception check?
My passive perception is 15, but since you asked for a check, I'm going to roll a 31 for you.
You look out the window and you see Lombard fall past it.
I want to break the window immediately. I want to have the clay golem smash it open.
Okay. Can you have the clay golem throw an attack roll, please?
I also went ahead and posted my elemental gift that allows me to have the flying speed.
How about an armor class 27?
Yeah, that would that does it.
8 bludgeoning.
Yeah, you start to see some cracks forming.
Well, it has
Lombard,
multi-attack.
you have in this time fallen about 10 feet, and when that happens, this time a lightning bolt hits you.
Oh no.
Hold on. It has multi-attack.
Oh, all right, go ahead. 2 slam attacks. So
Yeah, in 6 seconds it would make 2 slam attacks. That next one's an armor class 13.
Yeah, I mean, it's a window. It's not, you know.
This time is 19 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, okay, so the window breaks.
How far is Lombard from the window?
This teleports him approximately 50 feet to the east.
Fuck.
And so he's about probably 20 or 30 feet away from the window at floor level and falling.
Okay. Does my fly speed not allow me to stop falling?
No, you can fly.
I can fly.
So
I can hover.
you have stopped falling.
Okay.
I'm assuming that you instinctively stop.
As soon as I realize that that there is not a floor under me, I would be like, "Oh God!" And I'd be like, "Thou help!" And then I'd utilize one of my 6 slots to fly. And then I have
Okay.
30 feet flying speed, and I can hover.
And while you're hovering,
Oh,
you see. Oh, we lost Kent. He's
There we
back.
go. Gets back.
While you're hovering,
Again.
you see a spray of glass and a giant golem clearing the window for you, and so you have to move. You have to move at least 20 feet to get to the window.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to do that. Because it's just a flying speed. Would I be able to utilize the dodge action?
Oh, for the lightning?
I suppose so.
No.
Okay, that's fair. Well, I'm gonna have to go. So, actually, hold on. No, I don't.
It only if you move do I need to roll to see if you get hit by lightning. So you haven't moved yet.
I could cast Dimension Door.
Okay. Does that need something to be on? Like, can you do a dimension door in the middle of nothing?
Yeah, you can dimension door out
Okay.
to the middle of the air. But that might be a waste of spell slots. I can just heal you if you get zapped.
I don't know how much I'm gonna get zapped for though. Well, I guess your healing's pretty insane. Yeah, let's just go 20. Let's just go 20 feet to the thingy.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll for that. And you do get hit by lightning. And
Okay.
so I need to look up what the lightning is for this particular. Okay. Let me look that up real quick. It is all right, so you need to make a saving throw.
Okay.
Dexterity saving throw.
Just one.
Yep.
14.
You have advantage on that because you're a barbarian.
I do.
You can see the lightning.
14.
You pass.
Oh.
So
cool.
you are only going to take half of this.
Fantastic. I don't like the way you said this. It sounded very clinical, like you're a doctor giving me very. Oh, that's not that bad.
12 damage.
That doesn't even take it all away from all of my 10, so that's cool.
So, and you successfully make it to the windowsill with 12 damage.
Fantastic. Well, I'm gonna walk back into the room now. Actually, since I'm still able to fly, I might as well just like float back into the room. Like, say, hey, guys, don't open the locker. Don't open it.
Oh, it's
How did
open.
you get behind me?
And the light went out.
It's a little late for that.
Well, I mean, you say the light went out, but he was still in like 20 feet of bright light.
It's within
Yeah.
the range.
Yeah, I don't do. Let's maybe not do that again. Things didn't go so well when I did that. Actually,
I am so glad that it was you that I was able to pull that thing open.
as soon as I saw I was in the middle of the sky, I forgot that I could fly. I panic and I forget that I could fly. I was just gonna immediately go for the dimension door. I thought I had Missy Step, but that's Vic.
So I'm
So,
gonna go kind of adjacent to it and just kind of peek over.
yeah, the thing is completely empty. The light has gone out, and you just see it there. It's a box with a window that's got frost that appeared to be glowing at one point.
And so it's nothing, just an empty box. Now that it's not glowing anymore, I might check for a hidden panel and see if there is anything hiding in it secretly.
Sure. Could you, what is your preferred way of doing that? Investigation, I think?
Yeah, I'm happy with investigation.
You
Yeah.
do a pretty thorough check and you don't feel like there's anything. You feel like this was just a stupid joke trap that Asarak put in to mess with people.
Oh, that Asarak, always a prankster.
Always a prankster, yes. What a fun guy.
Always up to his silly shenanigans.
But
First
you know
a
what,
death
they never-
curse, now this. How is he gonna top this one?
Well, if we go to the next room, we might find out.
I'd rather not. I'd honestly rather not.
You'll never know.
All right, I guess we're all gonna keep moving forward then.
Yeah,
No,
let me
maybe
do
next
some more
time.
revealing.
Yes. Maybe next time we'll send my ghost friend to go take a look at the nice shiny thing inside the cabinet and see what happens to him.
I don't know if the ghost guy would have been able to open the door. I have a good strong feeling that the door had a lot to do with that trip.
I mean, that is possible, but perhaps, just looking upon the thing. I mean, he could just put his face through it.
Very true. Very possible.
And if he saw there was nothing inside, there'd be no need to open.
Okay.
Right. Ghost friend, go in. Go take a look.
I don't know why I'm leaving.
Oh, all right. So he goes in there. We are looking at that room, and this room has again a lot of tables. You feel like they were displaying something. You don't know what, but you feel like there was a display here where. Not that the characters would know what this is, but it feels like a science fair almost. The room has like all these little tables, and they all have little what might have been interesting at one point, but the whole thing is it's like it's been flattened by a huge hand and crushed so that there isn't anything useful in it. But you're getting a sense that this room had some sort of display purpose. Let me reveal the room because it's not doing the yellow line for me. Here we go.
Okay,
There we go.
So I just look at ghost friend. You see any bodies? Anything that seems pretty interesting?
It didn't see any bodies. It shakes its head no.
Okay, very well. I mean, this room should be safe to go into.
I'd like to see if I can make head or tail of any of the sciencey stuff.
Sure. Would that be Arcana? Can you give me an
Sure.
Arcana? Yeah.
Oh, to 21.
Yeah. So you're looking at this, and you don't know what it is necessarily, like what they're trying to do, but it is an amalgamation of technology and magic, similar to what you might have seen with like constructs or something like a Warforged, if you've ever run into those.
Excuse me.
Yes. So it is some highly advanced method of combining magic and technology together that you're unfamiliar with.
Called hex tech.
I wonder if there's like, hey Lombard, is your what do you call it? Your magic awareness picking up anything?
I don't know. It might could be. This is an interesting amalgamation, which is not the word that I think constructs would be preferred to go by, but that's
It is
neither here nor there.
you're getting faint traces of magic all over, but nothing specific.
Nothing very
Damn.
specific. Okay. Is there
Really
any?
hoping there was going to be another Gollum manual in here.
Is there any magic? Any stronger areas of magic around this room in particular, or just everything's just kind of faint?
I mean, it's like an after image, you know, like when lightning strikes, you know,
Okay, just
of
LaCroix flavors of magic.
yes, you go in and you're like, yeah. I mean, there's definitely something powerful in here, but
Yeah, they placed
I don't
this
feel like
glass
any.
of water next to a lemon and they called it lemon flavor. That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
exactly. It is LaCroix, hints of LaCroix flavoring of magic.
A hint of LaCroix flavoring. It's just water at that point. That's so good. Oh man. Okay, fantastic.
All right, ghost friend. How about this one? Tell me if you see any bodies or any enemy.
So he goes in, and he's able to see. This room is very similar to the last one. It has a bunch of stuff like that's all broken and mangled in piles. Parts of the room and floor have been pulled up. It looks like probably used for construction elsewhere, but it's otherwise there's not much in here.
Okay. So, bodies, yes, no. And then
No bodies, no bodies.
And so he just shakes his head, I guess, and was like, all right. Well, this one also seems safe. If we want to go in.
Sure.
Yeah, I kind of think we should figure out what's in that room on the other side of it, because if that connects to the other side.
Oh,
Indeed, there does seem to be a door.
Okay. Okay.
Ghost friend, go tell us what you see.
Okay, so this room has a description which says haphazard chamber. This is a large, irregularly shaped chamber. It appears about the tower's central support column. Ice lies thick on the floor, save for the scattered bare patches outlining sprawled humanoid shapes. The center of the east wall is a single ornate table of wood. Upon the table, this is all stuff that you'll find out if you go in there. Your binary communicating specter can only nod yes or no. So it nods yes when it comes back and says there are bodies.
Oh, all right. It looks like there are enemies on the other side of this door. So, Sylvian and Lurx.
May we?
Oh, and Lurx
May we?
and Mr. Clay Golem. You may
Yeah,
be
I'm
able
waiting
to
for
knock
Sylvian
this-
to move.
I was hanging out with the clay golem. We were just sort of like just enjoying each other's company. So I have run to catch up with the group, and I'm like, what did I miss?
Nothing
There
just yet.
are. Okay, a cursed specter. Were there a lot of bodies in there?
It doesn't know how to answer. It
Were
says
there more than
it
five?
shakes its head no, but it doesn't know exactly if that's the right answer.
Were there more than 5 bodies?
More than 5. It doesn't know. I mean, there were mounds that were humanoid shaped, but it didn't really count them.
Ah, I see. My cursed specter is not really the math type. Never mind. We'll find out soon enough. But be prepared for the worst. Okay, so how do you guys want to do this?
Go check it out, Casimir. Be quiet.
All right, that's how we're going to do this. That is just fine with me.
Sneeze.
All right, who wants to get the door?
I'll get the door. And you know what? I'm gonna break it down.
Well, that defeats the purpose of Casimir being sneaky, doesn't it?
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. I don't break it down. Ignore that. We're not
Okay.
gonna break it down. We're just gonna gently open it. We use our hands like normal people, like normal human beings.
You're a half-orc. You don't have to be.
I mean,
Right.
yeah, but
And these doors, remember, they're frozen shut, so it does take a little work. But yeah, you get it open.
okay, perfect. I'll push it open and I'll, gesture to let Casimir go in first.
Uh-huh. I guess now I'll go into stealth mode just to
Yep.
I mean, it's not
I'm
probably
gonna-
gonna help, but I'll try.
So what happens now is there are sprawled humanoid shapes that you can see. Probably from where you are, you can see 3 of them. On the center of the east wall, there is a single ornate table of wood. Upon the table is a device consisting of a large disc. Along the edge of the disc are small concave slots. In one of the slots rests a small black sphere. Both the device upon the table and a brass plaque on the wall are curiously free of frost. So the table
going
is
to
over here,
move. Yeah.
and it has on it a disc. We'll call it like that. Are you able to see that well enough?
I don't see what you're talking
See
I
what?
don't see anything.
I'm drawing the table and the disc. Is it not visible?
It may be.
You're in the
on
wrong layer.
That makes sense. Now you should be able to see it.
Yes.
There we go.
Yep.
I'm gonna draw out the one.
I'm going to redraw that so it's a little better. Maybe not. Okay.
All right. And so, does this thing shine out in a cone or
Does which
or
thing?
how does this work?
The
Is it a
Wand of
beam
Days.
or the
Wand of Days. Oh, yeah, it shines out in a cone.
I guess if it's a
And-
cone, I'm gonna center it like this.
Yep, so it can go about 120 feet. Yeah, okay. So
Damn.
when you fire up the Wand of Days, you hear it like click and whir up into it starts to make light, and then it makes its light. It shines on the Moylian zombies that are laying on the ground that are just beginning to stir because they feel your life presence, and they immediately collapse, and they are apparently inanimate now.
Oh wow! I should have used so much more. What is wrong with me? It looks all clear, guys. Let me just check more.
And their bodies are pretty badly off, right? They're rotting and they've been dragging themselves around for thousands of years, and pieces are missing. But if you were gonna look at their faces and try and guess what they looked like, they would look like they are content. They're
Ah.
finally at peace.
I see. I mean, they probably smell terrible, but there's the
They
silver
do.
lining.
They do. But now you don't have to worry about them because they have apparently been released from this curse. Unfortunately, their bodies were already dead.
Right. And so, were there any more of these Moylian zombies around, or no?
No, just those 4 that you see.
So that was like the pile, which the thing couldn't count, the specter, or if there are other.
Yes.
Okay. Sweet.
It they were kind of lumped all together and covered in like snow and frost, so it was difficult to tell how many exactly there were.
I see. Well, guys, it looks like if we see any more of these creatures, just let me know, and I will blast them. Easy enough.
So, this round thing with notches in it, You said it's got
Yep.
like this black sphere?
It is an ornate table, and on this table is a single large disc. So imagine a flat disc on this table.
Right.
This disc is divided up into like wedges, and at the end of these wedges, there are these little concave slots.
Okay.
And in one of those slots rests a small black sphere, probably about the size of a marble, maybe a little
Okay.
smaller.
Um,
And the device and the black and the brass plaque on the wall are curiously free of frost.
interesting.
What does the plaque say?
Let me look it up real quick.
What does the plaque say?
I was thinking the same fucking thing. I was like, do I be the guy who says this one? Fantastic. If it says ring ding 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 ding, I'm gonna be really upset.
While the temptation
It's like,
would
actually,
be
no,
there
it
to
says
say that.
pow.
So this is what the plaque says, and it's written in common,
Oh,
which you find odd since everything else is written in Moylian
Kazarak wrote
around.
this.
Azrak wrote this.
And it says, in games of chance, there are risks to be taken. The winner is rewarded, but the loser forsaken.
Well, that's for me then.
Everybody back
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna move.
And I say, oh no, I want to see what this is. This looks very interesting.
Yeah, I'll watch from a distance.
Does it look like this thing can spin?
Absolutely, almost as though that's what it was made for.
Hold on.
All right.
Maybe
Well.
maybe before you do that, can that ball be moved? Maybe don't pick it up. Don't touch it with your hands. Maybe like poke it with a stick.
Yeah, it moves.
Okay, I just wanted to make maybe I mean
You get
we've
the sense that if
we've
you were
seen a sphere of annihilation before. I just maybe it was a small one. We don't want to deal with that.
you get the sense that the ball is where it would rest at the end of this thing turning around and around.
So I need to take the ball out, spin it, and then drop it in?
No, you probably need to put it in the center and spin the disc.
Ah, that makes sense. Okay, I will do that.
So there are 6 equally spaced slots around it, like pie wedges, and they are labeled with a number. Again, in common, you can read it. It's 1 to 6, and so you put the ball on it, and nothing seems to happen.
Okay. I spin it. Be right back.
I don't like this. I don't like the smile that you've got on your face, sir.
I mean, we've been dancing on laser beams a lot.
Oh man,
It's,
is this our comeuppance?
you know, that you could fly when you opened the refrigerator of death
I sure could.
was great. That was very fortunate.
I think
It
this
was
is-
probably more fortunate that both Casimir and Mao both rolled so low on their scores.
I feel like this may end up being a Vargas moment.
Okay. So,
All right. So so again, the disc is divided into 6 pieces. They're clearly labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've picked the ball up and put it in the center and spun the device, and it doesn't appear to be doing anything.
Huh.
so there's some kind of chance we can't, but so I'm going to put it in one of the wedges and then spin it.
It does the same thing.
There is some way
Can
to
you
use
give
this.
me
clearly.
can you give me an I guess What is your Arcana?
My Arcana is not great. It's +2.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do an Arcana check to see.
Does
if
my
you-
passive 25 Arcana turn up anything?
Well, you get the sense that the device is either going to activate because there's something else in the room that activates it, or somebody's going to say something that activates it. But it doesn't appear that just spinning it does anything. That there's something that needs to turn it on.
Ah, maybe there's a command word. Maybe that's in the what do you call it? In that riddle on the plaque.
Yeah, the riddle. I'll read it to you again. It says, I wish they'd done an illustration for this one, but it says, in games of chance, there are risks to be taken. The winner is rewarded, but the loser forsaken.
I'll take the risk and chance.
Okay.
And
Spinning it doesn't appear to do anything. So,
that is apparently not the right thing to say.
He
I
said
will-
take a risk and it didn't do anything.
he said take a risk and didn't do anything. Yep.
Maybe we gotta put money on one of the other
So-
thingies? Because there's a bunch of grooves, right? So maybe we have
Yep.
to put something else on the.
It's
other
sized for a
grooves?
marble. So you don't. I mean, like a piece of gold would be too big really to fit in one of the concave slots. It's really for the marble, but you can put money on it.
What if we moved the marble?
Yep, you can move the marble around.
I guess
Hmm.
could put it in each slot, each different one, and then spin it and see if anything happens.
I want to check the rest of the room.
Okay. Looking around the rest of the room, it's in a similar state of ruin. The only thing unusual about this room is that what appears to be a roulette table and that plaque that has the brass plaque with the writing in common, and the common numbers on the wheel divided into 6 segments.
And there's nowhere to roll this marble.
Nope. I mean, it's clearly for this roulette thing, whatever it is, but it's, it doesn't have like a slot or something that says "put me here."
And there's no inscriptions on this disc.
It has numbers written in common,
So
Ah.
if
1 through
it
6.
goes in the middle, does it end up in one of the different slots?
I bet the command word is simply just saying the number. But I don't know what the win/lose conditions are still. I don't know
But
how
yeah,
I don't know how you win.
But yeah, like if you do spin it while it's in the middle, does it end up in one of the other slots, like one of the numbers?
Yeah, it appears that if you start it in the middle, that it and spin the thing, it eventually will end up in one of the outer slots. So,
Yeah, so that's probably one of the things, one of the conditions.
like if you've ever seen a roulette wheel, this is how it works.
Okay, I will spin it again and say activate. Do the thing.
Saying activate doesn't do anything.
Open sesame.
Unfortunately, that doesn't do it.
Okay.
I will say that you were really close there, Lombard.
Oh, interesting. Open soy.
No, not that. You said something earlier.
The numbers.
Yes.
So saying the number.
Number 5.
So when you say the number 5, the disc begins to rotate around, and the ball magically levitates and floats over the middle, and then it begins to spin around. So you called a number 5, and then this disc spins around, and It starts to slow down, and you had called out 5, and
Oh,
it ended
no.
up on 3.
Those are not good odds.
And so you are aged 30 years
Oh,
until a greater restoration is used to restore you, and it has to be done within 24 hours.
I'm now 50-year-old Casimir. I've aged
Yes.
somewhat.
I like
Oh.
your salt and pepper hair. It's very you are very distinguished as an old man.
You know what? It's
silver locks are
a
fantastic.
bit of a shame. It would have been nice to age like this naturally, but
Come
I
here.
suppose what can I do?
Goodness gracious.
we can't help but gamble, you know.
I mean, I am glad that it was I who took the risk.
Listen,
But,
the odds are 1 in 6 that something good is gonna happen. So let's not do that again.
right. Unless it becomes necessary.
Yeah, you only win at roulette by placing on the color, not really on the number.
I already cast Greater Restoration. You should be back to speaking normal now.
Oh, that is much better.
Remarkable.
You'll have to tell me
I
about
like
this
your skin regime is you have rejuvenated yourself. Look at you.
Indeed, I have. If only it was so easy for those who age naturally. But, not the case. Now
All
then,
right. So, do you wish to? This is called Acerx Haphazard Wheel. Would you like to spin it again?
I do
No,
not
thank
think it will be great for now. I mean, I would like to see what would happen if one wins, but we would run out of spells pretty quickly.
Yeah, we're gonna
this
have to
way.
we're gonna have to roll like another 5 times before somebody wins. Think of all the bad shit that could happen. I'll run out of fucking spell slots.
Yep.
Let's not do that.
Yep.
If only we had something that could speak and take the risk for us, but maybe could not age. Sadly.
I'm sure
Can
it's
Gollum speak?
that's only. No, I don't think it can. Besides which, like, I'm guessing that there are 6 bad effects. Aging is probably just one of them. One of them is probably you just get disintegrated or some stupid shit. Lose your soul, you know?
Yeah. No. Do you want me to read? Since it doesn't sound like you're going to fall for it.
Fuck no.
Let me read you, and this is actually a pretty good place for us to end, I think.
Yeah, that's
Let me
fair.
read you what Asterix Haphazard Wheel does. The Haphazard Wheel, 6 space slots. The spinning, actually have to look at it in the right, there it is. Okay, so the Haphazard Wheel has 6 equally spaced slots about its periphery, each of which is plainly labeled with a number, 1 to 6. The rest of the face of the disc shows convex bumps. Any PC standing within 10 feet of the magical roulette wheel calls out any number between 1 and 6, and the Haphazard Wheel is magically activated. So if it matches, then your prime ability, so like your spell casting ability, or whatever your prime ability is, strength, I guess, if you're a barbarian, or that prime ability that you have, what is it called?
Prime requisite.
Proficiency in, is raised to 20. Otherwise, the other 6 times, the other 5 times are bad. If it's a 1, character is drained for 10 hit points by necrotic damage until a greater restoration is used to restore it only within 24 hours. Number 2, your primary ability is reduced by 2 points. Again, greater restoration. Number 3 was yours, age 30 years. Number 4, character is drained for 25 hit points, necrotic damage. Number 5, character's eyes, ears, and hands are simply erased until a greater restoration is used. And then number 6, character is forsaken. The character must succeed a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw or lose their very soul. The character's soul is transferred to Acerx Phylactery of Souls, and those who succeed are catatonic for 1 hour and suffer an unconscious state.
Fantastic.
Holy fuck, dude.
Yep. So
I don't know, man. Sounds like we got a bit. Sounds like we got a bit fast.
I
you
think we
guys,
would have made it.
you know, you guys have been very lucky tonight. So,
You
but
want to
yeah,
hear the
that
worst
was,
part? Is I'm pretty sure all of us have a 20 in our prime requisite.
yeah, it wouldn't have even been great.
Now you listen here, Sonny. There's everything in gambling. Any game is always 50-50. You either win or you lose. And if you
Or
look
you
at
die
it
or
like
Yeah,
what?
that,
tell that to the wheel.
and if you look
That's
at it
not
like
how this
that,
works. That's not how any of this works.
Well, sure it is. If you look at it like that, your chances are always pretty good.
That's how I look at life. The chances are always pretty good.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is where we are going to wrap things up. Was there anything else anybody wanted to add before we go ahead and end for the evening?
I am good. Thank you
Okay.
all for joining us on this journey.
We appreciate you for being here. Make sure you're following us on all of our different social medias. It's going to be Instagram, Reddit, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, the other one. Also, subscribe to the YouTube if you haven't done so already, where you can catch up on all of the Crit Cats nonsense, see how we got to this insane situation we find ourselves in at this point. You can catch all of the episodes on the Crit Cats YouTube channel. Make sure you're also following the Discord if you haven't done so already. If you want to play some games, hang out with some like-minded people, make some new friends, you know, come along, hang out, have some fun. There you go. Click on that Discord link right there. That will help you join the Crit Cats Discord channel. And then, for those of you who are watching on Twitch, we sincerely appreciate you guys having been here. And if you would like to maybe steal a little bit of that sweet, sweet Bezos cash, feel free to hit that purple button in the corner that says subscribe with Prime, where you can use some of that Bezos money to give us a free subscription. That way you don't have to watch ads, you don't have to miss any of the possible action, and you don't have to miss my fantastic humor all the time. But with that, I think that is everything. So I appreciate you all for being here. Thank you everybody who played. Thank you again to Killer Bijan for being a fantastic DM as always. We have been Crit Cats. We'll see you possibly Monday. TBD. But definitely Tuesday with some Star Chasers. Alright, we'll see you guys again soon. Bye-bye!